Hey, everybody, it's Tuesday, March 10th, 2026. Welcome to the Giant Bombcast, episode 931. I am your host, Jan O. So, happy Mario Day to those that celebrate. Joining me is not Jeff Grubb. He is out on assignment. Co-captain of the ship is driving his ship perpendicular to me. It is somewhere geographically around me right now. We hope Jeff Grubb is having fun. Had a wonderful talk yesterday at GDC. Happy GDC week to those of you that also celebrate and attend. I've had a lovely time so far meeting folks over there. But we have the most celebrated week celebrator. That's right. He loves a themed week. Whether it is fishing, casinos, pinballs, paella, the human paella of games media. Dan Reichert.
Oh boy, that's rough because paella, I'm kind of running through my brain. That's meat adjacent, fish adjacent.
Jambalaya adjacent?
Oh, okay. All right, I'm about to be in New Orleans. You know what? Yeah. When I come back, I'm going to be a human paella.
There we go. Speaking about human forms of everything, he's barely holding it together because the Dark Lord is coursing through his veins, his electronics, his circuit boards. Jeff Bakalar.
Hello. Yeah, I'm far from transformation into a demon just yet. I feel like I've got that mostly under control. As long as the sun rises every day, it will prevent me from full transformation into a devil beast.
What if you go to one of those places where it's like dark for 48 hours?
Oh, like your Alaskas or your Nordic countries, like up near one of the poles?
Yeah, midnight country or whatever.
I'm not going to tempt fate. I'm not going to try it out.
Do you think you'd transform if you were like on a submarine for like 3 days?
Oh, that's a good question. All these scenarios I've not really run through, and now I'm kind of worrying about finding myself in one of these things, and next thing you know, I'm like some fucking triple goat-headed beast. That's
no, Bakalar. If it's a submarine situation, you are. If it's like an abyss, the abyss, you're totally Michael Biehn, the guy who just like cracks and just like loses it down there. I
don't think I could hang out on a I think the transformation into some sort of goat demon is like the furthest from my problem. Because I think the claustrophobia would get to me first.
Speaking about phobia, everyone else in games media is scared of him and his powers. And the fact that he has pulled the ripcord, we have the bird boy of games media, Mike Minotti.
Paella is a Spanish rice dish cooked in a large pan, especially notable for the crispy layer of rice that's cooked on the bottom, called the sauerkraut.
And folks, news for you, we are all headed to PAX East. We're not bringing any paella. That'd be very hard to cook on the show floor. I think they would frown upon that. We're going to PAX East. That's right. We have 3 panels. The main show floor stage as well. There will be a show floor stage in the show floor, and we will be over there. But gang, that's not it. That's not it. And also, it's not just us 4 plus Grubb headed to PAX. We got Chuck. We got Sean. We got Will. Will's a real person, it turns out. And we're all going to go over to PAX East all together. And we are giving away 2 pairs of 2 tickets to PAX between now and then. And if you are a premium subscriber, we're able to offer you 15% off of your PAX East cart. Can be applied if you've already purchased a ticket. The code will be posted in the behind-the-scenes premium section of the Discord today. So, gang, if you want to see us at PAX East, we'll be there. 3 panels. That's right, 3 panels yet to be announced. We don't quite know when they will be scheduled, but as soon as we get those deets, we will send them over to you. And we can't go to stuff like PAX East if we don't have you supporting us. Head to giantbomb.com/join. Become a premium member if you can. Premium gets you access to ad-free podcasts, a whole bunch of shows. We got 9 lives going up today. Marry Me Tomodachi, the internet's best dating show. Last week, we saw some developments. one of us became a child. I'm not going to spoil who.
I'm a child.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I gotta watch that.
Yeah.
How did I fare? Did I do okay?
Not nearly as well as that episode where you were there for, actually. Not nearly as bad as whoever it was who got turned into a child.
Yes.
It could be anyone.
I'm a child.
And, maybe that person becoming a child may actually have them lose the game unless we find the adult spray.
And somebody might already be courting Shaq and might be a front runner.
Yeah. And
it's bad backlar.
And then maybe both versions of someone is unfortunately getting courted and befriended by an evil CEO, insane man that crashes cars on the regular.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I know who that is.
Both Jans are in a thruple.
This isn't the polycule I wanted. All right, boys. I think that's all the housekeeping.
That's
you
very
mentioned
exciting.
Mike pulling the ripcord. I want to talk about this. So I'm next on Blight Club again. And
did you realize that in Ripcord for the last 6 months, I think, has been me, except that 1 week when Jeff had to play Knuckles again.
Look, I just won the Blight in the bank, and I reaped the benefits. It's all above board.
I just want to be clear.
So Mike has referred a lot to pulling the ripcord and doing something uncharacteristically mean for the game I'm picking. Picking a game that maybe he would have previously thought was too mean to be my game, but then he went through Virtuoso and he needed to strike back, and he pulled the ripcord with this tough game. And Mike, I had a fucking dream last night about you giving me my game, and it was a Polish Sonic mod for the Super Nintendo.
Is that a real
dream? Here's the thing that pissed me off. The dream was like a real-time thing, so it felt like 2 hours. And at the end of the dream, I was like, oh, I'm done. I made it through. I was so worried about what the game would be. I'm done. And then I fucking woke up and I was like, shit, I haven't played anything yet. Wow. Mike, if I have one guess right now as to what the game is. By the way, it is in the mail. It's here. I had Bonk look at it, and she stone-faced it, just no-sold the shit out of it. So I have no idea. If I guess correctly with my one guess, will you confirm it here?
Oh, just not here to okay that. I don't know if I can confirm it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to say what I think my guess is here.
You can read my face. Yeah.
Okay. I've heard it's lightning round length in terms of the long plays and stuff like that, which we saw what happened with Virtuoso. And Grubb referred to the game pick as targeted towards me, which to me means adjacent to something that I like or something. So putting together the little that I know, I think it is a game that I rented numerous times as a kid, and it pissed me off unbelievably, and I could never get past the first level. I'm looking at your face, Mike. Is it Wayne's World?
It's party time. It's
oh my God! I hope it is. I love Wayne's World.
You want to love
the movie,
not the video,
the sketch, not the Super Nintendo game.
No,
the big ass JPEG of Mike Myers' face, and then all the fucking electric like subwoofers and stuff fucking you up in the first level, and you have no direction of where to go. I hate that fucking game.
I'm sure I would learn to love it because I've never met a Wayne's World thing I've hated, and I'll just
Yeah, I think we know
force myself to love it.
We know Backlar's next Blight Club game.
Yeah, I feel like I would love it. Yeah, it's easy.
He's gonna love it.
It'd be amazing, actually. Yeah, I will neither confirm nor deny Dan.
Okay.
All right. Fantastic. Backlar, did they ever make a Wayne's World pinball machine?
Ooh, fantastic question, my friend Jan. I don't believe they have. I'm just going through the human Wikipedia pinball that I am, and I don't think they've done it.
Interesting.
I'm happy to be correct.
In the 90s,
You'd be surprised, the way. Look, we're on to bigger and better things like Pokemon. You know what I mean?
Oh,
right.
I'm going to the Mario Day event at the local brewery after work today. And that's where all the pinball machines are. Is it too early to see Pokemon out in the wild? Is that not out yet?
They're not shipping yet. I actually think they had to delay it a few weeks for licensing approvals and whatnot.
They didn't catch them all yet. Okay.
I don't claim to have all the insider information. There's stuff I know that I'm just never gonna say. But other than that, but yeah, no. If I was you, the ones I'm looking for in the wild right now are Beetlejuice.
Ooh.
Ooh.
which is like the hottest commodity in the world, and like people are they've sold that shit out in 15 seconds, and it's like super annoying. But yeah, I'm looking for those out in the wild now. That's the one I want to play.
I'll report if I see a.
Thank you, sir.
Beetlejuice.
Actually, wait, where are you going? Because I could see what's there.
Oh, it's called Birdfish in Columbiana, Ohio.
Columbiana.
Okay, I'll report back. Birdfish.
Birdfish, one word.
Fish. All right.
One word.
Okay. All right. Lovely.
Mario
lovely.
Day. They always have a band there, and they're playing Nintendo songs. I won a gift card last time because they're like, who knows what this song is? And it was Laura's theme from Silent Hill 2, and all my friends were really impressed. I was a hero, so I'm looking forward to big things tonight.
All right, so no Beetlejuice, but they do have. I mean, I could say, they got a solid.
They got a good
real
lineup.
solid lineup.
They got good stuff. They got that D&D one. They got the weird Avatar one. They got tons. They got that Jaws one I love. They all sorts of good stuff.
I would play. Sorry to derail.
No,
play that new Dungeons and Dragons. Play that new King Kong. Our friends at Stern just swapped out 2 of my machines. That's what I have in the house now. That is what we'll be streaming one of these months. But yeah, play those. Those are phenomenal.
Ooh, in the D&D one, is there like any die on the table?
Well, there's die like implied in the mechanics of it.
Sure.
But there's like a gelatinous cube on the play field.
Cool.
There's like a
I've played
big
that one. It's
old
very
dragon. It's awesome.
Do you get to just pick whatever score you want, and when you get a multi-ball, and you can it's just improv. You just choose.
Yeah, just like actual D&D, Dan. You just do anything you want with no rules.
Nothing.
That's
Okay,
right.
great.
Yeah. Yep, it's exactly how it works.
It's super cool because you choose your class before you plunge. Yeah. It's fucking awesome. Anyway, yeah, I'm a weirdo about that one, but yeah,
Fantastic.
Play that.
I said it at the top of the show, but it's GDC week here in San Francisco, and man, it's a good, pretty ass week out here. The sun is out for once, and despite living here and working into the industry for a hot second now, I've never been to GDC. Have y'all been to GDC before?
I went once when I
negative.
lived in San Francisco and did not like it.
Yeah, I had to go a lot when I was at GamesBeat. Like GamesBeat treated it like an E3, like this is a big deal. Which, I mean, I always thought it was a little misguided for us because there wasn't necessarily a ton of news. There was a lot of people available, so I get it. We could do a lot of interviews, and I don't know. My thing with it was always very busy. Jeff wasn't going very much because he started having kids, and he used this as his excuse not to have to go. So I didn't get to hang out with my buddy anymore. What I did like was there was always at least one really good like retro like game postmortem or TED Talk thing. So I'd always go like, oh, that's the people who made NBA Jam are gonna just talk about that for an hour, or the people who made Miss Pac-Man or the Ultima Online one. So those were always super fun.
Yeah, so I walked around yesterday, and then I also went to the Day of the Devs event that Double Fine and I Am 8-Bit put on. Shouts out to Nikki. And I don't know what it was, y'all. Maybe it's this year in particular, because I'm used to hearing the vibes of GDC, not necessarily being for games media people, but the vibes were like low-key immaculate. Like, people were having a good time. People were happy. And I think we're all Yeah.
I was hearing I'm hearing people were very upset about the early closure of the grass field this year.
Well, yeah, that's
like
stupid as fuck. That I don't understand.
They early closed the grass field?
They put a fence. There's that like grassy park right by GDC, and I guess they put a fence up around it after 2 p.m. or something. Like, all right, Game Journos, no more of this.
Yes.
Like outside Moscone?
Yeah, by Yerba
Okay.
Buena. Gardens.
Oh yeah, the gardens. Yeah.
They did that because they figured and found out that people that didn't buy a ticket to GDC were congregating and having meetings, so they just put a gate around all of the grass.
No.
Oh
we gotta
no!
put a stop to that. What if they like networked or something without paying us?
Right.
But I will say, Grub had a fantastic talk yesterday, talking about games media, games journalism. Some other friends of the website were there as well. Fantastic time. Probably going to go later today and a bit tomorrow. I don't know, guys. Like I definitely feel like I don't belong there because everyone looks like they're working and like actually networking. But
You're doing great.
I've had a fun time so far.
Yeah. You're working. You're networking. You're rubbing those elbows. You're shaking those, kissing those babies. No, you're not shaking babies. You're kissing the babies.
If anyone wants me to shake their baby, I will. I'll do that.
Oh, shake the baby.
I forgot. I'm not going to say who it is, I'm changing the subject just ever so slightly.
Yes.
Not going to say who it is, but we're bringing a super special guest with us to PAX. I just asked them if I could say who it is, and they were like, hold on, and I'm waiting. But don't worry about it. We have a super special guest. You're never gonna guess. Your brain will melt in front of your face before you realize who's gonna be there.
We purposely tell people don't fantasy book with a website.
No,
It's Kenny G.
Yeah. Listen. So I'm bringing, we're bringing some folks, and I was talking to my kid, and he's like, "Oh, is my good dad gonna be there?" He's talking about Super Eye Patch Wolf. He's talking. He goes. Is Better Dad gonna be there?
Wow.
I said, what did you say? I said, number one, that's kind of funny. Number two, fuck you, little kid.
That's pretty
Okay?
good.
No, kind of funny is
Is
Greg
Better
Miller.
Dad gonna be there?
I recently got to impress an IRL friend because they're like, "Oh, have you ever seen Super Eye Patch Wolf?" And I'm like, "I have interacted with him on shows a couple times." And very recently, he asked me for advice on it for a Disney theme park thing. So, yeah,
that's right.
That guy's mind.
Have you not? You've met John in person at a PAX?
Person?
He was there.
I wasn't at that
overseas
PAX.
last year.
I wasn't at
oh,
that.
yeah, you were at Disney.
right.
No, not in person. Not in person.
That's right.
Where were you there? Oh, right.
I was in
Disney.
Disney World,
Yeah.
right? Believe it or not.
Weird.
Yeah, right.
Weird.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
Huh.
Guys, speaking of Disney, this Skeet with the Star Wars rage bait doing fantastic engagement numbers. You should all be very happy with me.
All right. Well, we're playing the SEO game, so we might as well now talk about video games. Dan, I am the most interested to hear your thoughts on Pokemon Pokopia.
Oh, shit. That game's good.
Wow!
Yeah, right?
Cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
It's like, I think I always thought the variety, like whenever I look at a Pokemon, I'm not like mad. You know, it's like
Sure.
I've never been a Pokemon guy. I'm just not an RPG guy.
Right.
So it's like that's the core thing of the Pokemon series, those RPGs. So I don't touch them. But I like Snap. I like the mini games in Stadium. You know, it's like you wrap Pokemon up in a package of gameplay that I like, and I'm cool with Pokemon.
Yeah.
And it turns out this is a good one of these. It's like it is definitely pulling all the like Animal Crossing levers and things like that, but with the fun gimmick of just like you can just be this freaky T1000 dude that like suddenly your arms can become like tillers for soil and stuff like that, and like all these dudes are like cool. Like I made my little leaf hut. And I was talking to an owl, Hoot Hoot, I believe.
Hoot Hoot, yes.
Hoot Hoot, yeah, cool dude. And we didn't realize we were standing near my house, my personal house that I put a literal ditto flag on top of. And he was like, "Oh wow, this is cool. Like, is it cool if I live here?" And I was just kind of like, "Yeah." And I hit yes. And then he walked into my house, and I was like, "This fucking owl, did he just steal my house?" And I walked in there, and it's like, "No, he's just like my buddy. That like he's like my roommate pet, I guess, or something." And I was like, "You know what? If I had to accidentally have a Pokemon to live with me, that Hoot Hoot seems like an alright dude." So I don't regret it. But
Perfect
it's a
Strangers.
charming fucking game. It's just really charming. It's got the Animal Crossing, a little bit of Minecraft going on there. I like how there is a little bit of kind of like questing. I'm just like, okay, so I got this stuff, and then now I can go to this caves area, and now I can go here, and I'm breaking these things and causing the water to come down and water all the soil, which half my time in this game is just watering every fucking square of soil. And
It's so
I love
satisfying, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love it. And I got the grasshopper cutter things now, so I'm going around just cutting weeds and stuff. That's a good time. Man, your dude just like the Ditto thing is cool. Like you learn to squirt, you can barf water, and then like you're going around, you're just creating this fun little town for everyone.
Yeah. So I never Mike, come on.
You reacted bigger than I did this time, Jim.
He called you out though. It's fine.
I know.
So I never played too much of Viva Pinata. Is this like reminiscent of like that flow at all?
It has some of those vibes with like the habitats, and that's one of my favorite parts of the game, right? Is like, you know, sometimes the game will just tell you like, hey, if you put 4 grass things together, it'll track a Pokemon. Sometimes you'll just stumble across it, and sometimes it's very specific. Like, put this railway sign next to this railway track. That will attract a
Uh-huh.
Pokemon, or like, like, oh, you put the grass really high up or put it next to the sea by a fishing pole. So all of that stuff is a ton of fun. Just these different weird combinations that could attract the different Pokemon. Yeah, that's the Viva Pinata gameplay
Okay.
loop, was you had to do specific things to attract specific pinatas.
I like how it's like weird too. Like even just the little things you got to do. Like I'm just headbutting trees like crazy, and then things are breaking into a ton of logs. And I'm just like just inhaling like a million things of lumber. It's like, man, they made everything kind of weird and fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just really smart. And like the loop is really, and I love how the loop is kind of, before you even think that what you're really doing is organizing the town and making it look better, by the time you kind of just do the mainline quest stuff, you're sort of there. And then you can see how, if you wanted to get off the main quest and just really develop the town like crazy and build the roads and the buildings, you can do that. And I'm in like the second area now, so I see again like the bigger loop of, oh, so now this new place, and it looks even trashier than the last one. And just again, by kind of completing quests, starting to come together, and I can see, oh, I could like really develop this place and make mines, and you could kind of make an irrigation system for crops instead of having to water them. So it's like playing through the quest is fun, but I can also see how beyond that, there's going to be so much game here for the sickos who really want to develop like a giant Pokemon map.
Mr. Backlar, please.
Hi. Just could we just try something real quick? Like, just pretend for a second, really pretend that I don't know anything about this game.
Okay.
So I need to know what it is, A, and B, I need to know if Herdier is in it.
I don't know if Herdier is in it.
That guy never gets any fucking love.
Well, because like there's so many. It's a Pokemon. It's like one of the dog Pokemon.
I'm gonna look it up.
Little puppy Pokemon. Puppy Pokemon.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he's cool as hell.
Yeah, Marty. It's a Marty like, yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, Mr. Backlar, if you take Animal Crossing, Minecraft, Dragon Quest Builders, because it's the same developers that made that, mush it together, and with Pokemon inside of it and around it, and you play as a Ditto, and a Ditto is the amorphous blob
I know Ditto.
one.
Yeah, he's just like Silly Putty.
Yes, and Ditto transforms into their original trainer, and then Ditto is pretty much fixing up and solving the town and attracting all the Pokemon back. It's very charming the whole time around.
Yeah.
Do you think I would like it?
I think.
Do you like Animal Crossing?
Did you like Stardew Valley?
No, that's stupid.
Did you like Disney?
No, Stardew Valley I like. Stardew Valley I like. I think Animal Crossing's just not for me.
Okay, because
this is pretty Animal Crossing.
It is, but there's also there's a bit more to do in this. Like Animal Crossing would have the whole "you're done for today" element to it, especially early on. In this game, there's none of that. You just kind of can keep going, and the loop is always satisfying. So, I mean, I like it. I like the new Animal Crossing a ton, sure, but I definitely think this is better.
There's like a lot of personality and like even the little things like, oh, we got to rebuild this Pokemon Center. And it's not just adding like, 0 out of 3 of this thing. It's like, okay, you got to get all the resources and stuff. But then there's this like rallying the Pokemon where it's like, we need you. You're the builder. And you're this. Like, we're going to go save the community center. It's like getting all these dudes to come up and build this thing together.
And I love that they're constantly punching at the building the whole time.
Well, it's just like, you're not just attracting the Pokemon, that's it. You got to make them more comfortable, and some of them like can do things to help you. Like some can turn your logs into timber. Some can make your plants grow faster. Some can start fires where you need them to. Things like that. So I don't know. It's just like all feels very exciting. And it's not like a glacier pace like you maybe expect with these things. Like, there's a little bit of talking and stuff, but it's not upsetting or gets in the way of the fun.
Like the talking and like the writing in this game, I like that it's been picking up a lot of heat because it is actually kind of funny. Just like the Pokemon have distinct personalities. I swear one of them is written like they have a Long Island accent, and I can't remember which specific Pokemon it was. Because
Charmeleon?
It could be Charmeleon. Charmeleon gives off Long Island vibes. But it's just very cute. It's clever with the writing, and like it's just very earnest in how it's like pushing me along to like keep engaging with it. Because otherwise, I think I would just be buttoning through the story. Like any dialogue in Animal Crossing, I don't care, right? I'm just
I don't know. Like that is part of the personality for me. Like that's part of what I like about Animal Crossing is just like the weird little personalities of like, that's my penguin neighbor, you know?
Sure.
But like this is like a leisurely pace for sure, but it is not a thing. There's no real time clock. So it's not like waiting forever, waiting 3 days for something to happen after you plant a tree. It's like, oh, okay, if you put 4 flower beds next to the water on the beach, that will be a habitat that a Pokemon of some sort might show up. And like next time you walk over there, it's going to be like, whoa, who's that in there? You know, so it's not waiting forever. You kind of get the results.
Like the biggest time gate has been like when you're rebuilding, say, the Pokemon Center, and it's like that'll be ready the next day. I'm like, okay, well, there's plenty of things to do in the meantime.
Yeah, some of like the bigger buildings that you wind up putting together outside of the Pokemon centers, they do take I wouldn't say significant amount of time. I think at most a day. I've seen people's creations that have spent an obscene amount of time in the game already, and this is the part that irks me, but this is more of a personal thing where, wow, I have no sense of interior design, and you have made such a lovely, gorgeous home for your Pokemon. And I just look at mine and everything, like the land is just haphazardly shaped and there's a dirt tunnel that I haven't finished.
It's like anytime you see like someone in Tears of the Kingdom made like a working factory or something, and it's like, man, I'm just trying to get something to like launch this bomb and it's not working.
Yeah,
you know?
and we're using like that one thing that's like a wing and a lever and one fan that everybody uses. Right? Like here we go. It's just a satisfying game, and it seems like it's popping off in a huge way. Probably going to be one of the big games of the year, honestly.
This is the Dynasty Warriors team? Is there like Omega Force? The Dragon Quest Builders, I know.
Sure.
But also,
it's the Dragon Quest Builders team. I'm not sure what else they've done. I can go look that up right now. Which, boy, I've always meant to play those games because I heard they're really good, and I like the Dragon Quest franchise quite a bit.
A lot of people have been saying that this is pretty much Dragon Quest Builders 3 in their eyes.
Yeah.
Like they've.
I did like those games a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, look at that. These people did work on Dynasty Warriors. How
That's
about
incredible.
that?
That's crazy.
That's really funny. Huh.
I think we should definitely check out some more multiplayer stuff and just investigate more stuff with Pokemon.
I'd like to hop in now that I'm
Yes, I haven't done any of the multiplayer stuff either. And I mean, like, well, I know we did that stream, then I wasn't in it, so I guess I should go back and look. But I'm curious what that is. I assume you just go to one person's island, then everyone else is kind of just running around helping certain ways.
I think you can do that, but the way that Grub set it up is that you went to like a dream island, so it is supposedly an island that is supposed to be on all the time.
So the Cloud Island thing?
The Cloud Island,
yes.
Yes.
That was like the one thing I kind of like. I did it one time in the tutorial, and I know I can go once a day, but I'm like, it's not really what I want to do right now. Is just go to some strange empty island and
but then we can build it together, though.
Okay. Yeah.
It's
Sure,
like a
fine.
Minecraft server, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And for the multiplayer part, sure. Like in the single player games, like go there and collect some resources and come back. I don't want to do that.
Get your Stardust.
It really is one of those like ideal podcast games, or if you got something on the background you're half paying attention to, it's just like it's not going to demand not a lot of cutscenes or voice acting or anything.
No voice acting at all.
No.
But I hope that the Pokemon Company continues to experiment with Pokemon and give it to different devs, because this is great. And Mikey, I think we talked about it yesterday on Game S Mornings, but like this game is actually selling out, right?
Physical copies
selling out. Oh, okay.
Physical copies have been selling out.
That reminds me. Did any of you hear over the weekend what happened with Kayla buying this game?
I heard about it a little bit on your stream.
How would I hear about this?
Off. I was ready to go to war over this if justice was not served.
Oh no.
She likes getting physical games.
Sure.
With like modern games and stuff. And I think usually she trades them back in and stuff like that. It makes sense if you're doing that. She goes to GameStop, everyone's favorite corporation. And she went to go buy Pokopia. This motherfucker at the register tells her,
how do you know he fucks his mother?
You wait till you hear the story and you'll know. He says, okay, so yeah, if you're buying this, you can't play it. He pointed to the thing that said game key card at the bottom, because it's one of those game key card things. And he said, oh yeah, you can't play this unless you buy this. And he showed her this $50 SD card. And said that, like, yeah, you can't play it without this. And Kayla's like, okay, I didn't know that. And, like, she bought it. And then she told that story, like, she was on stream. And she's like, I didn't know I needed, like, a microchippy thing to play this game. And everyone in chat, including me, was like, what did they tell you? And she's like, something about GameCube? And I was like, something's off here. What's going on? It's like,
Something about the
we kind of
GameCube.
sussed out it was game key card. But yeah, this guy said that like, yeah, you need this to play it. So she went back the next day. And the manager was like, oh, you can't return this. It was opened. And I told her, I was like, you make sure you tell them exactly what you told chat about how they told you needed it to play it. And I guess the guy gave her a refund. And then she left GameStop. She saw the original guy that lied to her sitting in his car eating ice cream. And she specifically just drove in front of the guy's car to flip him off and then speed away.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
her energy, I think, is cool. It's fine. I can't blame people who work at GameStop
For lying to people?
Here, so it's not. So they are like basically held against their will they are incentivized. Like it is the fault of the corporation, right?
Well, yes,
like they are
incentivize it, but,
pushing.
look, I worked at the store level. I worked at Best Buy, and they push. You need to like add on accessories and peripherals and stuff. But you can also just not be a shitbag and like not lie to people, you know.
Again, like I have sympathy for people who are put into a situation that is like unmovable. It sucks. Should they have lied like that? No, of course not. That deserves a couple middle fingers for sure. I just think it's crazy that like they're put into this situation of like, yeah, you're employed and you have to be shitty to work here, right?
No,
like,
you don't. I mean, like
I understand, but these guys get like quotas they have to hit. Like I get it. It sucks. I just obviously it's a byproduct of the corporation and not necessarily. I don't believe this is an inherently evil person who's just like,
Well, it's just like, again, because it starts off like, oh, you gotta like sell a lot of accessories, and then I guess panic sets in,
and then it's like, oh, then I get fired if I don't. All right, well, I'm saying like
the whole like I'm gonna lie about like need it.
I'm not defending lying.
That's
not
defending.
You do get incentivized where it's like when I worked there, it was all about the fun club thing or whatever turned into GameStop Pro players, player card, whatever. And like there are ways where it's like, okay, this person's trading in a shitload of games and buying a bunch of used games, and so it is an easy sell, and I would feel good about it being like, hey, if you're doing a bunch of used games and stuff, if you get this card, it's going to pay for itself next time you do a trade-in of this value or whatever. So like, go ahead and get this. You're going to get the free Game Informer subscription with it. You got a year of getting a discount on the used games. Like there are use cases where it's like, okay, this serves both purposes. They are getting something that pays for itself, and I'm also, my stats look better for my job or whatever. But like, it's the outright lying thing that I'm just like, that
sucks. That sucks ass.
Now, I'm not discounting the possibility that the person is also maybe just very stupid. It's some weird twisted way.
No, how could that be?
That she needed.
No shot.
Like,
Come on.
Maybe she saw this game keycard thing and in his own mind was like, that's an SD card. I know what that means. And
unless like they get like the sort of like talking points and the kit and like, so you're implying that like they were sent some literature that was like this game actually
I don't think this person can read. I don't think so. I mean,
it sucks. It sucks ass, but like, I get it. You can be mad at the people. I'm mad at the corporation for having such an insane incentive. Yeah.
No, GameStop, all-timer shitty company for sure.
Yeah.
I just sometimes you don't got to toe the company line, especially when you're abused at the retail level.
Hey, look, we are whatchamacallit? We're in a different spot, right? So I get it. Not everyone has the luxury.
Unless launch look continues to drive us all apart. Which,
No. Here's my pitch, and I'm gonna put it here. I put it in our Discord. I think it's hilarious if we call them long looks.
I like that better, Jan.
That's
got a better mouthfeel.
Long look.
Long look.
How did launch look not have good? I can't get into it. I can't. You're just lying. You're just lying now. Like you're just doing a thing.
Well,
God,
speaking about
alliteration.
Speaking about lying, Mike Minotti, you have been exploring lying in Lies of P, the DLC.
Yes. Yeah, the whole thing. I went through, finished the base game, had a great time, then did the DLC, which came out just last year. And that is some beefy DLC. I mean, they could have called that Lies of P 2. It's
really?
It's like 10 hours of content, right? Like longer than a traditional FromSoft DLC, except maybe not Erdtree, right? That was pretty big. So kind of on those levels of, whoa, this is like a whole separate thing, and it's not tricky at all. Tons of new bosses that you're playing in there. I can't remember exactly, but like 6, 7. Oh, God, I did not mean to do that. I swear to God. But,
it's okay. Nobody cares anymore. It's fine.
Good. Thank God. But But boy, I had a great time with Lies of P because
Nice.
it really is like a greatest hits of the stuff from the From games that you want, in terms of that kind of like grim atmosphere. Those you have the mechanics like the dodging and the character building from like say Bloodborne or a Dark Souls, but then you also got the parrying, like in a Sekiro, and I love the parrying.
Is there any like continuation of the story at all, Mike, or is it just like a kind of like branching off to like a different path?
It's there. Believe it or not, there's time travel shenanigans, so it's actually kind of a prequel sort of a thing here, which is kind of neat because you sort of see some characters that you knew a little bit during the main game, and some characters who are kind of like already like past their prime or done, or like very much in their prime and are big threats here. And like a lot of these games, they kind of are like, well, you beat the base game probably, so these are going to be the really hard bosses, and that is a ton of fun. The last boss especially is basically a serial killer, crazy puppet guy who like first is just coming at you with weird like knives and trying to gut you, and then the second phase becomes like Angel Satan, which is the thing. So God, just but boy, like it's very much like in a Sekiro field of like, oh, I am learning these patterns, and at first it seems impossible. These combos are like 9 attacks long. How can I possibly ever get by this? And then suddenly it just clicks, and you have that run, and it feels so freaking good.
I was a little intrigued because I had not seen the game in motion really until I saw you streaming a bit over the weekend, and it's like you were flying around with this like rocket thing, and then like some of the enemies I love, just like the like weird robot guards, but not like cool future robots, like weird old clunky clockwork robots and stuff. Like it's like I kind of like the look of this game, so I'm a little curious.
That's the thing. It's like I do like the whole kind of maybe steampunk's not the word, but it's kind of this Victorian creepy robot setting, which like I find super interesting. More so than say, there's a little bit of that Lovecraftian vibe here that's very predominant in a Bloodborne, but that's not necessarily always been my favorite kind of aesthetic. This speaks to me a bit more. Yeah, the weapons in the game in general are cool, but the DLC adds a ton of neat weapons, including my rocket spear, which one of the attacks did just let me literally kind of rocket along with it for as long as I had stamina. At one point, I got just Squall's gunblade from Final Fantasy VIII. Like, he literally even, like, rested it on his shoulder exactly the same way. It was, like, to the point where it's like, man, I wouldn't mind doing New Game Plus and just playing the whole game with the gunblade. That sounds like a good time.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, I got to check this out then.
Quick note on the base game. Before we're off from stuff, I did. I told myself I was going to maybe in a few months or something come back and beat the Demon of Hatred in Sekiro. I just streamed it over the weekend and beat the Demon of Hatred, and it's just like, okay, man, I wanted to just replay that game already. It's
I know,
yeah.
It's because like I'm not usually a DLC guy, but something about these kind of Souls likes, they usually always have really good DLC that most people just consider part of the game. Sekiro's the one that never really got that, I think. So it's a bit of a bummer in that case because I could absolutely use some more Sekiro. But boy, I like Lies of P a ton. I think it's just as good as a lot of even the FromSoft stuff. Maybe not quite as good as the tippy top like Elden Ring Sekiro for me. But I know this is Sekiro to some people. I think it's kind of in that same tier as like a Dark Souls 3.
I don't think that's too crazy. I feel like I've seen very positive sentiment with
who made that? Where did this come from? Like I remember like first hearing about it, like there's some weird Pinocchio Dark Souls. I thought it was like a gimmick, like a meme game or something. And it's like, who the fuck made this?
No, they're called
it's a Korean game, I think.
NeoWiz. Yeah. It's a South Korean game studio who like I think most of their stuff you've probably not heard of, right?
Okay.
And then for some reason they just made a very, very good Souls-like.
Yeah, a banger. Mike, have you ever checked out any of the other Souls-like games like Wukong or any of those?
I think I played Wukong for a bit. I might check out. There's Wukong and Wuchong, which so I can never remember which one was which. I gotta be honest, but not a ton. I bought the Surge games really cheap recently.
Yeah. I remember Tam feeling okay about the Surge games.
Yeah, at the time they were like the first other Souls-likes, right? Yeah. So I wonder if maybe they got a little grace because of that, or maybe like the second one's better than the first one. So who knows? I might look into some of the other ones like Kazan, Wolong.
Right.
It's see. I've been on such a kick with these that maybe I should take a little break. I don't know, but
Do you throw Neo in there?
Neo is sort of adjacent, and maybe I could go back to Neo 3 and start that from the beginning, because I had that weird playthrough right now that I did with Kayla where I was kind of running past half the game just to get to a boss. But yeah, there's I don't know. I do like this style of action game. I'm realizing even more so than say character action, which I know is kind of and I like those fine, but like more so than character action or whatever sort of action you call like the God of War cooldown action game, I suppose. I don't know, but something that's very the crux of the gameplay is sort of reading the opponents, right? As long as it involves that and a bit of that pattern recognition, that's what I'm really into.
Okay. Speaking about playing older games, Dan, you've been checking out Minishoot Adventures again.
Yeah, and it's like the first time I played it was on Steam Deck, so it's not like, wow, it's on the go, because that's how I played it the first time. But I'm playing it again and just instantly having fun with it, and just like, I think this is just all I need games to be. It's just, they did all the game things I need. This is great. I'm moving, I'm shooting, I'm fighting bosses, I'm solving puzzles. It's still, I think I like the art style more now that it's been more time, because I remember it feeling like a little more flash gamey the first time, and now it's like I look at it and I just think, oh yeah, that's the Minishoot art style. It's fine.
It's good.
Yeah, it's just a tremendously satisfying game, and just the way it deals with upgrades and stuff, and how easy it is to kind of slot those gems in and out, and it's pretty open as far as the map. Like it's very easy to just kind of go well outside of your map region that you've got unlocked, and just kind of explore and level up beyond where the game would normally have you go. But yeah, just another shout out. Like I know I talked about it constantly when it first came out, but again, now that it's on Switch 2, Minishoot Adventures, it's Zelda Geometry Wars. Just those two things together, and it turns out that works very well.
Dan,
so that's why.
Oh, go ahead, back.
Oh, sorry, Jen. I'm saying that's why it's like back in conversation because of the Switch 2 release, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I feel like that's like low key a good strategy. I realize Switch 2 is a relatively new-ish platform, but if you were to like wanting to get that shot in the arm, I don't know. This is a perfect game to kind of have like a second victory lap sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Dan, were you ever a fan of like old shoot 'em ups or shmups?
Yeah, I always liked them. I never got like there were the Bullet Hell is where I got to the point where it's like I never played them enough to get good at them. Like I remember I deeply respected like Ikaruga when it came out, being like, oh, this is like obviously a very good game, but I just wasn't like, I don't know if I wasn't good enough or didn't spend the time really to get good at them. But yeah, like 1942, anytime I saw a shmup at an arcade, I would play it, and
it's like a whole separate fandom. It's interesting. Like I kind of peeked behind the curtain last year because I was like shmup curious. I'm like, oh, there's like a whole other community that is just like, these are the games we really like, and I find it fascinating.
I learned that when I started at GI, I remember I had to review like Skullgirls was one of them, and I didn't like it.
Yes,
but was it or was it?
It was a beat 'em up. Yeah.
It looked like it had that type of vibe to it. It wasn't Cinemora. I also reviewed that.
Gal Guardians or something?
Gal
Guardians?
Maybe? It was something that I just wasn't super hot on, and like the responses I got was like, whoa, okay, some people are real into shmups and very defensive.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, speaking about games that just got to do the thing and they're good, Mike Minotti, you streamed yesterday Slay the Spire 2.
Yeah, did a couple runs for the site, then played a few more that evening. Boy, it's funny. I only played the first Slay the Spire finally last year as part of my 2019 apology tour. I was like, oh, this is a really good game.
Yeah.
Somebody especially spent a lot of time with Hearthstone and likes card games, but kind of got tired of like, oh, it's another 2 months, spend $50 on more digital cards. That's kind of getting hard to keep up with. The idea of the deck builder where I just, have a game and I'm going to make a new deck each time and have to make that work, but I still kind of get the same neurons activated in my brain. It's fun stuff. And this is also very fun. It's definitely Slay the Spire 2, right? You're doing the same kind of things. You're making those, you start with the very basic decks and you're trying to get rid of the basic cards and get better cards and try to find some synergies of, okay, my deck is drawing a lot of cards. Are there cards that are strong with that? Or, I have a lot of cards that are giving me shields. Is there a way to turn my defense into offense? You have the different characters that each have some kind of different gimmick. Starting off where it's like, oh, this guy heals himself after battle too. this is a necromancer and he has a pet, and you can give the pet more max health, and then the pet can attack, and right, so it gets more complicated. All in a way that's very satisfying, because just the basic process of trying to complete a run with each of these characters is a good time, and then there's challenges beyond that where this could just be the game you play. This could be your game. Now, I haven't tried out like the co-op, which I think is the big new thing here, which maybe, because right now, like, oh yeah, it is Slay the Spire 2. It is Slay the Spire, some more, and some new, and that's fine. I'm curious if the co-op really shakes things up.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of Game Informer streaming the co-op, and I just don't know if I would want to devote like a couple runs to having to like balance and work with someone else, just because the way like I play those games, I'm kind of just like doing the sight reading of like, all right, just rattling through and like, all right, this is the most optimum build for this run. I'm just going to blast through it versus like taking too much time to think about it.
I bet it's really good, and I bet I'll also try it out once and probably not engage with that system anymore. Well, who knows? I want to try it, see what it's like. I'm usually pretty cautious about early access stuff too. Like maybe I'll try a little bit, and then I'll be like, oh, I want to wait for this game to be out. This game feels like I'm playing a full game. Like I could see how they're gonna maybe add, they're gonna add more to it for sure, more cards and like some other things. But not in some way that feels like I'm having lesser experience. In some of the early some of the early access stuff is actually kind of charming. Like when it's not final art, it literally looks like a kid's like crayon drawing of what something is, and it's it says like not final, and I actually love that art. It's like that's some of my favorite looking stuff in the game, is like some guy drew a star field or like a demon, and it looks like a first grader did it. That stuff's fantastic.
Speaking about a game that parts of it to me feel like it's in early access. Dan, you and I have been playing and checking out WWE 2K26.
Ah, man. If people want to see the long form look at it, like I don't think anything we can say with our voices here can get across just how casino bullshit this game is.
Yeah.
I don't even think there's not even enough with the actual gameplay that's changed or upgraded or gotten better or worse or anything to even like it's that same fucking game. It's been for a long time, since like 2K22, which is like a serviceable-ish, but I still don't think fun wrestling game. But it is just wrapped now in the most, like as someone who doesn't play like the other like NBA 2K or FIFA or any of that shit.
Yeah.
I just don't like this whole like card thing and this whole like in-app just super aggressive shit. Like it's new to me, or I only see it here.
Yeah.
And every time I go into like a my faction mode or something, and I'm hit with 400 fucking screens of just like buy this VC and buy this booster, and here's the 16 different passes and upgrades, and like I look at a roster of 400 wrestlers, which are great on paper, but then when half of them are grayed out, and it's like, oh, you want to be Bray Wyatt? You have to go through My Rise for this. Oh, you got to go through the AAA ringside pass if you want to get the burned version of Bray Wyatt. You got to get Hollywood Hogan is behind this. It's just like, okay, this fucking sucks. It's just deeply unenjoyable.
And I haven't actually gotten my hands on one of these games. Like I've mostly consumed them through like quick looks that we'll put on, or just like watching other content creators do stuff with it. And sometimes I'll just set up an AI match, not actually just play the actual game. But since I had the code, I wanted to dip into the wrestling and give it a proper shot, because there are people that genuinely really like the wrestling in these games. I don't know how or who they are.
You like looking above a fucking character's head and waiting for a Y prompt and then missing it and then watching a long animation? Great.
That sounds awesome.
Fun. It's a real fun time.
It's really cool. And also, Dan, I don't know what the fuck they're going for, because are they trying to go for a sim wrestling game, or because it's not arcadey, because it's not fun to just jump in and play? I can't imagine giving this to a friend that is like coming over and wants to play like a multiplayer game.
No fucking way.
No, because like at least with any other fighting game, you could parse out what to do. You could mash buttons and still have a good time.
Here's how you do a finisher. Here's how you do like. Yeah, the thing that's always been the problem with wrestling is there's so many different circumstances where it's like, okay, well, this guy's finisher is done in the corner. This guy's finisher is Rey Mysterio. How do you set up the 619? How do you, and like, if you play these games a ton, you know how to do it. But if you're just like having a friend over to, like, you can have a friend over and play Mortal Kombat and have fun.
Yes.
100%. You don't have to know every move and fatality. You can still basically understand the language of the game. Wrestling doesn't work that way, and so like good wrestling games are the ones that have been boiled down to, like, everyone points to the 64 ones for a reason, or Here Comes the Pain. They were boiled down enough. They were arcadey enough. They didn't have to be full-on WWE All-Stars Cartoon Land, but they certainly weren't Sims. And I don't think wrestling games work as Sims. I don't think they ever really have. And it's not the case
and
here.
we highlighted it in the quick look, but it is just so mismatched, the different wrestler models. Like some of them, like, oh, you put more work into so-and-so versus other person, because other person looks like shit in comparison to someone like
Triple H.
Triple H.
Triple H, trust me, they were going to very lovingly recreate Triple H. And then if you're, I don't know, like Maxine Dupree or something, it's probably not going to be quite one-to-one, you know?
And I'm like, how could you disrespect D'Lo Brown like this?
I know, D'Lo.
And no, not D'Lo.
Not D'Lo. And then, Dan, like, I just, for morbid curiosity's sake, I went into like is it My Factions that is a card game?
That's the card thing, yeah.
Right. And then y'all know I like games like Uma Musume, which is kind of like a management card game when you boil it down. And I wanted to, like, not that I wanted to like it, but I just wanted to try and understand it and understand the appeal, because just like you, Dan, I've never engaged with all of the FIFA, all the NBA 2K bullshit with the cards. So I'm like, who is obsessed with this and why? And y'all also know I like opening like physical cards and stuff. So I thought maybe it'll like hit that dopamine there. Absolutely not. Some of it is just so purposely obtuse and just like so poorly designed, but it is designed in such a predatory way that whoever this appeals to, it is made to exploit their wallets and like keep engaging with it. And it's just not even fun.
No, and it's just so egregious with this stuff where it's like I said in the quick look, but like they make it seem like there's 4 different editions of the game. Like, there's like, here's the deluxe edition, here's the collector's edition, whatever. With this one, it's like, here's the King of Kings Triple H edition, here's the Attitude Era edition, here's the Monday Night War edition. And it's like, it made me think when they originally announced it, it's like, oh, I guess they're doing like another Attitude Era story mode. No, Punk is the showcase mode. These fucking the like $150 or whatever Monday Night Wars edition.
Ugh.
It's not like you get a bunch of Monday Night War stuff. You open up like a pack where it's like, oh, I can be Hollywood Hogan and Kevin Nash NWO style, and like in a card, like a card pack thing for your My Faction thing. It's just like, it's a JPEG of Kevin Nash. Well, look, I love Kevin Nash, but like, good Lord, that's $150 for that and some currency. That it's just
not worth it.
It's so emblematic of the current state of WWE, of TKO, of, from what I hear, 2K and their sports games. It's just so gross, and it's overwhelming with that shit.
Yeah, and I really don't understand this island that they've made, Dan.
It's really weird and stupid. It's just another virtual shop. Let's go to the Nike store. Let's go to the Jordan store. It's just insane.
Yeah, I'm very. I know that there is like a certain. I guess bias that comes when reviewing this game, and like this game will speak to people, or the people that choose to review it are like, well, I like these previous games, I'm going to go see what the newest one is. And I'm just constantly surprised that they review fairly well.
Yeah, how do they get away with it? Like these games sell very well, and like, like every once in a while there'll be the one that's so bad that the reviews are bad, but as long as they kind of
do enough,
toe the lines, not the term. Yeah, right. Like, then you'll get a low 80 score on one of these, and I don't know. They
I just cannot imagine being a person that sees all that stuff and is not bothered by how in your face it is with all that and how constant it is.
Yeah,
it's just insane to me. Even
like
if the game was good, even if I loved the wrestling engine and the matches were fun and everything, I would find it very hard to give it a good score because of all the shit it's wrapped in.
Mm-hmm.
But like even like the newer Madden games, like the average scores are like in the 60s a lot of the time, right? So like I guess the last one was apparently much better. Got a 79. Look at that. So I don't know.
Backler, you're going to say something?
Yeah, like what's really going on, right? Is it that someone who puts up with their shit as a product is like perfect for the shit that's a video game? Is that what it is? Like,
I don't know.
Like wrestling and stuff? Like
it's the worst, right? Like, isn't that the sentiment?
I mean, I'll say, like, I think they do kind of target sort of like I went to that press event at WWE HQ, and it's like they were like having the different wrestlers come out, and their theme song would play when they came out, and like most of the other people there were like chanting along to the songs and stuff, and they were doing like the Penta walk when Penta was like, I hesitate to use this phrase, but kind of mark shit, you know, the ones that are just
marks.
like all
for
in,
marks.
all the way on like, yay WWE, the corporation, you know, it's like. It's kind of surprised they keep inviting me because like I have not liked these games pretty much ever. But yeah, there are a lot of people there that just seem like they are inviting. It's like what was it?
They slop it up. Yeah.
It was like the Sky. Remember, there was the whole deal with like the Skyrim re-release in like the mid 2010s, and it was one of the first times. It's like, oh, Bethesda was sending this out to enthusiast Skyrim YouTubers before they sent it out to the IGNs and GameSpots and Giant Bombs of the world. And it's like, I think that might be kind of what's going on here, you know?
Right.
Yeah, I believe that. Because reasonable people are like, this is trash. And that's it. That's all you need to know.
Like, Dan,
so let's not send it to reasonable people.
Dan, I think you mentioned, like, wasn't there like a different section for the influencers that were there versus like press?
Yeah, it was interesting because it's like you had the content creator. Like if you go into WWE HQ now, it's like the lobby has like all these different floors that are kind of like mezzanine type look over the lobby.
Yeah.
And so they set up all these gameplay stations on these different floors. And like the first couple were all like content creators. And so that's when like they're bringing out Drew McIntyre and Obafemi and Trish Stratus and CM Punk and stuff. They're having you sit down to the stations and they can play with you and they're doing interviews and stuff like that. And then like the top one, they shoved like, you know, me and Roger from Kind of Funny and Marcus from Game Informer and stuff. We're just kind of like, oh, here's the old crusty, they write words and talk about, you know, things critically. And again, I don't mean to like, there's a ton of like great talented people, John Blood and, you know, was in the content creator floor and stuff like that. But they definitely did kind of like shove the traditional press up in their own little corner.
It's been interesting to see this game more also, Dan, because I think my social media algorithms are being influenced by me playing it or just looking up gameplay clips to try and see people enjoying this game. And I don't believe them. I don't believe that they're having fun. Because, like, you mentioned in the quick look that, like, you know, John Blood and his homies will kind of, like, treat it like a match and set up spots, right?
Yeah. And I did have that realization when, like, I was on the New Legacy video, whereas Macho T and John Blood, we did a triple threat. And it's like, I was playing it like I would play like a fighting game where it's like, I'm going in, I'm trying to get my moves in, I'm trying to get a finisher and win the game. And then I kind of realized as we were recording, it's like, oh, wait, they're setting up spots and stuff. And I'm just running in trying to like win. And it's like, oh, okay, maybe this is because like I don't really know like wrestling, YouTube, like that scene at all. Right. It's like, oh, I guess I could see why they're kind of making it more of a show the way wrestling would be rather than like a competition, you know? So it's like, okay, maybe I'm just not tracking what this is, you know?
But I feel like what John and like New Legacy Inc. are doing is very different than some of these other content creators that I've come across because like, I honest to God don't believe them when they're saying like, oh, this is the best game ever. This is the best version of this game. Look at these physics, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I think you're full of shit. I don't think you know what a good video game is. There are a lot of marks.
There are a lot of marks.
A lot of marks, man.
A lot of marks.
A lot of people still slopping up the WWE stuff big time.
A lot of mark-ass bitches.
Yeah.
Mark.
I mean, that's always been the case. That's why the business of wrestling has gone on as long as it has. But at times it's been better than it is now.
Speaking about wrestling, it sounds like you know, we've gone through multiple rounds of wrestling games, but it sounds like Dib is going through rounds.
He's who I find out about all the coolest games from now.
What? There's three of us here.
Well, this is an old game, so take it for what it's worth.
He's a retro guy.
He's this huge retro guy, loves what came out 5 years ago back in 2021. And that is the game Rounds. Have you guys ever heard of Rounds?
I have not, but now I'm looking at it and it like has overwhelmingly positive reviews and looks like something we would enjoy playing. It's basically the smiley face men with guns.
They look like hip-ho guys.
So it's like a 1v1 like gun shooting battling where you play 5 rounds, and after each round the person who loses the round gets a card upgrade, gets a perk. So you know, imagine like the way Spider Heck is presented, where you're like a randomized sort of level, then it's 1v1 and then the two of you go at it. and whoever dies first is offered a pretty substantial perk because there's only 5 rounds, so the stakes escalate super quickly. It is incredibly fun. You have a shield cooldown and you have a bullet capacity cooldown, and that's it. There's no other kind of like mechanic that you really have to worry about. I've definitely, like, I guess that's like the rogue part of it too, where you start to realize like, oh, if I go down this path where like I make all my bullets poison, and if you make contact with one shot, then the other player takes damage over a certain period of time. We must have played this for 3 hours on Sunday night.
Cool.
It's really a lot of fun. I can't believe it completely missed me. He came home from a friend's house and was just like, I don't know, I missed this. I'm like, well, you were like 2 at the time. No, it's great. It really is great. He obviously loves Spider Hack. We still play Spider Hack a bunch. I think this is even more accessible because Spider Hack has like a certain level of like, there is a bit of like a skill barrier that you kind of have to cross, where getting into rounds is pretty much play and you're off to the races.
This is Landfall. This is the Peak people.
Oh, is it?
Part of well, that's the publisher anyways, I guess. So
okay.
This type of game is a great example of like, earlier we were talking about like accessibility, like, oh, if you had a friend over, you wouldn't put him in front of 2K26 because it's not accessible. I think this type of like Towerfall, Samurai Gun, Duck Game, what I'm seeing is like these are ideal for like, you don't even really have to play games. A lot of these games have 1 or 2 buttons and the simplest concept you can explain, like elevator pitch style.
That's
like,
it.
This is the best for that.
And obviously like, he picked it up super quick and he was fucking destroying me the first couple rounds, and then I kind of like figured out what was going on here. But yeah, the variety of perks is really cool. They're randomized, so you can certainly like land on some of like the OP ones and you're like, oh, you're in trouble now. But then they kind of like balance it pretty well, because when it's your turn to pick a perk, they kind of meet that level of ability sort of in kind. So yeah, I think it's really cool. It's super cheap.
Cool.
Go check it out if you're looking for like
$3,
a local,
so I just picked
local co-op, couch co-op, super fun. I don't know if you could play it online. I gotta imagine you can.
What do you think co-op means? This looks like very not cooperative.
Not
everyone
co-op.
Everyone forgot what the fuck co-op means. Everyone says couch
versus.
co-op anytime it's a competitive game now. It's driven me insane for like a decade. Co-op means you were working together as a team. It's
totally. So so what do you call so what's a better word? Because we obviously all knew
it's a multiplayer game. It's a competitive multiplayer.
Yeah, but add the couch, because couch is important here.
Local multiplayer. That's what local means.
Yeah, it's local one-on-one. How about that?
Look.
What?
No, that's terrible.
How about that?
Yeah, local a local 1v1, right? Which is really not
a couch 1v1. Like Smash Brothers 4-player,
sure.
We used to just call these video games.
Multiplayer video games. Yeah.
I was actually. It's funny you say that, Mike, because I was going to ask Bacalar, has Dib checked out any of the Smash Brothers games? Because based off of the things he's shown interest in, I could maybe see a pipeline, or he gets into Smash.
I could see him enjoying it. I don't think he's like as Nintendo coded as the world wants him to be.
Well, you don't have to be to play Smash. Those are like freaky fighting game people.
No, like all kinds of random assholes find their way in that game. I get it. But yeah, he's never had hands on it. I'm not a big Smash guy, so he'd have to be exposed to it through outside forces. But I think it's worth a shot.
Okay,
it's gonna be interesting when the next Smash Bros comes out, because I don't know. I'm a big Smash guy, so I feel like there's gonna be a surprising amount of Smash coverage on here, and people aren't gonna be ready for it. I gotta figure out what that's gonna look like. I want to show people what's up.
Smash look coming soon.
Smashy.
You know you can play without items on? It's fucked up.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? It's more fun, it turns out.
Nope.
But yes, most certainly not a couch co-op, but more a couch cooperative. No, I'm kidding. A couch 1v1, which is fun. It's really a good time.
And how long did you all play together? It was just like what?
Like 3 hours.
3 hours. Sounds like a little bit of a marathon. just like we have checked out Marathon on the website. Check out UPF last week. Dan, Grub, and Mikey played Marathon. Boys, I want to hear your thoughts.
I like the moment to moment. I think, this shouldn't surprise anyone that Bungie is incredibly good at doing gunplay, and the guns look awesome. They feel awesome. Like when I have either AI or other players that I'm shooting at, I think it's really awesome. I definitely had to fight through my initial, just like, there were a few times I was ready to, like, as it was explaining a million just weird things to me, I was just like ready to put it away and be like, why is everything so fucking complicated now? Like, what happened to, like, there was definitely that part of me that's like, what happened to, you got a campaign, you got some takes on deathmatch, and maybe some objective modes, the classic like Halo, Call of Duty thing. And it just got me thinking a lot about, like, is it because extraction shooters and that type of gameplay is what people prefer now? Or is it because those are easier to monetize on like a long time?
I mean, maybe a bit of column A, a bit of column B, but like, like Arc Raiders is huge. There are definitely a lot of people who something about this loop is super engaging to them, right? And the risk of it all. I wonder if it's a little bit like, or things became so forgiving and a little bit simplified that the idea that a world is actually punishing you and pushing back a lot. It's like the Dark Souls of multiplayer shooters, right? Right. Like we were getting things kind of easy there for a bit. And now it's like, oh, I feel like there's actually consequences if I lose. And that makes me feel something again.
But like you say, the Dark Souls multiplayer shooters. Yeah, but give that to, like guys like me that like campaign, I can't help but think like this world and this art design and just the feel of this game are all top notch, but I want to play a fucking campaign.
I would have been so
co-op,
much happier.
couch co-op.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. Like, I think it feels really good. And like my biggest thing with the game is I don't know how much I like extraction shooters. I don't know how much I like the whole what am I doing in between matches kind of thing. I don't know if the whole like sell my surplus and fiddle with my loadout kind of thing is necessarily anything that's doing a lot for me. I'd rather just kind of get in, like, to the point where at first it's like, oh, here's like the basic shell or the basic loadout you could put in. I'm like, I'll do that. Then it's clear if you do that, you're so weak, you basically have no chance. Like, all right, I guess I better really think about equipping this stuff. And then you're sort of, because of that, you kind of play the game super cautiously. And that's, I think, part of the charm there. But, it is one of these games that's open where anything can happen. So, yeah, sometimes you are just going to get unlucky. You're going to be fighting one person, another person's going to come up and take advantage of that and then shoot you. Now, it also makes for these amazing moments, right, where two people are fighting for an extraction zone and I'm the character who can turn invisible. So I just wait for the last second, pop my invisibility, shoot some fog grenades, and just sneak into the extraction and get out of there. So it makes for these big moments. And again, I think that's another reason why this game is so popular with people. It's so popular with streamers and that kind of thing.
I think the thing that's failed to get me long term into things like Arc Raiders and Marathon, despite liking the gameplay, is that like for a genre that's supposed to be about like getting this valuable stuff and extracting with it, I feel like at least with both of these, which now are the two extraction shooters I've played, I always get back to the menus and I'm like, all right, I got a bunch of fucking, I don't know, I got some ammo and some metal bullshit, some containers, some like, I don't like, it's never like I find something in the mission where I'm like, oh my God, I got to get this out. This is so valuable and so exciting. I never have that feeling. It's just like, I don't know, it's a bunch of shit that I'm going to have to like do inventory management of when I get back,
Well, because you almost can't find anything too exciting because then you would have some giant advantage in the world with the other players, right? So the loop is more about finding, 3 coils because the current mission tells you to. And then there's the permanent character progression. That's what people, I think, really get stuck into is like, oh, I got to like get through all these little factions. And they do so much of the production and set dressing to make that stuff cool. Like each time you unlock a new faction, there's this weird, horrifying like future hell commercial for them.
The new caloric commercial of like them planting these like neon plants and stuff like that. Shit's cool. Yeah.
And it's super slick. Again, like the world building is awesome, but it's also like not enough where again, I'm playing this game where I'm trying to get into multiplayer matches, then a robot wants to talk to me for 2 minutes, and I'm like, I'm not listening.
Do y'all know?
I do like. Yeah, go ahead.
How does it work if you just want to go in solo dolo? Can you just drop in?
So I tried that this weekend. I was like, I'm going to try the Rook thing because the Rook was the class that I understood was like, okay, you just kind of go in with a pre-built thing. It's solo, blah blah blah. You're not going to level up much or whatever. but it kept saying like, you got too much shit in your inventory. And I was like, is there not like, there might be a button or something where it's just like, just unload all my shit into my vault. I just want to be a rook. Like you would think when you pick the rook, it's like, do you want to throw all your shit out into your backpack or into your vault or whatever?
Yeah.
And I couldn't do it. And so I was trying to individually take all the shit out of my backpack, but I didn't have room in my vault. And so then I have to like decide what stuff to sell. And it's like, I wound up not even being able to play as the rook because it's like, I just have too much shit and there's not a way to like offload it basically. That said, I do like the faction stuff. I do like that there is something that like, even if it reminds me of like Fortnite quests where it's like, look, you're not going to win first place victory royale every time, but there's all these quests that are getting you XP and stuff. And it's like, oh, okay, I rode in 3 cars or whatever. And I got something for my battle pass. The faction stuff and the contracts are that way where it's like, okay, download something from here and then do this in the same run. So you have these objectives that are more than just get shit and get out. So I do like that because I don't remember that as much in Arc Raiders, you know.
Backlar, you would be so jazzed with this game because of the sheer volume of fonts everywhere.
Oh, good fonts.
Very good fonts. Like,
should I fire this up?
Watching these boys play, I was entertained merely looking at the UI.
It's all right. Sometimes that's enough to like get me interested for a couple hours.
Like, I don't know what type of design it is, but like some of the guns just have like a gigantic, like little mini LCD, not LCD, but like a flat screen on it, just showing all your ammo stuff and like the little PDA that pops up when you're rezzing someone. And it's just like the little crude outline is like, oh, that's cool. That looks so sick.
Yeah, little like Bleepbloop remotes and stuff that pop up when you're calling the exfil and all that. Yeah.
I love a good Bleepbloop remote. This game is popular, turns out, huh?
Maybe like it's hard to tell. Like right now the concurrent is 37,000, which isn't a lot, but it's earlier in the day. It was peaking at 75,000. It seems like that peak goes down maybe a little bit each day. It's hard to say. Like those seem like good enough numbers to me. Is it good enough for Sony and Bungie? Arc Raiders, for example, still peaks more, like twice as much as that, maybe, or even a bit more than that at the moment. So I don't know. It's so impossible to tell what the metrics for
those are
success are.
Steam numbers that you're
just Steam.
At.
So PlayStation, also a thing here. You would think that would probably be pretty well for a game published by PlayStation,
right?
I was curious. I had never really looked at the SteamDB concurrence before, and I did when I was curious if Marathon was doing well. And I'm looking at like nothing will make me feel older than looking at the SteamDB concurrence because it is just a laundry list of games. It's just like, what is Bongo Cat? What is, like all these games? Like it's all like super multiplayer stuff. Geometry Dash, War Thunder. I know I've said a million times before, like Counter-Strike. I don't know a single fucking person that plays Counter-Strike. It is the #1 most played game on Steam by an order of magnitude here. Like, who are these people? Well, is it just a world of gamers like outside of our usual audience and our personal tastes?
Yeah. Like no, but like Counter-Strike is huge in Asia. It's huge in Europe.
Yeah, so part of it is that for sure. Part of it is just like not in our circle. Part of it is not in our country, even literally,
Rust.
Right?
Delta
Force. Yeah, Rust. People still playing Rust. Yeah, that's interesting.
Daisy, Hearts of Iron 4, all the stars.
This was like when my father-in-law discovered people like yogurt. This is like similar energy. And it's like you can put granola in it. It's delicious. Like yeah, dude. Like
I just think it's
people like stuff.
The games are so fucking big now that like I don't know. This has been my entire life is games and careers and stuff. And like, there's just a whole world of games out there that is just like massively popular. And I don't know a single person who's ever played any of them.
And the thing, Dan, is these are games that probably and most likely don't appeal to most of us, but that's also just Steam. Like there's a whole mobile audience out there that are playing not even gacha games, just random RPG bullcrap or match 3 stuff. It's wild. It's wild.
Games are big now, it turns out.
I know.
Come a long way since Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Don't you remember during the charity stream, Dylan wanted to challenge you to Geometry Dash?
No.
Well, that was the note he sent during the donation, and Geometry Dash is very popular with people his age.
Is Geometry Dash like a Subway Surfers?
No, it's like a it's like an auto run like jumper thing. Yeah. Okay. It's really hard. Yeah.
Okay.
Project Zomboid, RimWorld, Limbus Company.
Oh,
Project
the stars
Zomboid,
are
I've-
here.
I think Project Zomboid I've heard of before. Anyway, folks,
Whatever the fuck Baldur's Gate 3 is.
no one knows what that is. Folks, that about does it for video game talk. I would like to watch you guys play some more Marathon, because apparently there's like drones have become very popular in the game, and everyone's solving like a big puzzle.
I got filled in with a random guy. I tried one rando filled crew thing, and I had a little drone guy chasing me around, and my dudes had drones too, and I had no idea what the fuck that was about.
I love it. Also, I'm just very glad that this game is having even a little bit of success, because it felt like it took forever to come out, and it just felt like different. I don't want to say controversy, but like different thing to like misalign the game after different thing. And I'm happy that people are liking it. Happy that it's as popular as it is, and I'm happy to take a quick break, and we will be back.
Wait. Sorry, I hate doing this to you because I know it's like a buzzkill, and you're just like, oh, I had a good outro going, and Backlar's a piece of shit. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Preemptively sorry. Number one, RimWorld, not what I thought it was. Number two, I just got a DM from our special guest, and Vinny Caravella says it's okay to say that he is coming along with us to PAX East and going to be on all of our content with us to PAX East.
There we go.
I can't wait to meet
Papa
him.
Bear is here.
Yay. I hope Vinny asks me more sincere questions about Disney.
Yeah.
He's too
That's on the
nice.
docket.
He's too
I love
nice.
it.
That's actually all three panels are that.
Good.
God.
That's right. What would Vincent Caravella's music be if he did a surprise run-in? Would it just
Man in the
be-
box.
Would it just be like
Oh, no.
woodworking
Yeah.
sounds,
Uh-huh.
like just saws and stuff?
It would
and
be the
drills?
Home Improvement theme song.
Eyes.
Oh my god, do you know an Alice in Chains song? That's pretty good.
I know Man in the
dude.
Box. Yeah, and Rooster.
Yeah, what about that rooster?
I know that song too.
How do you know those?
The
How do you know them?
Rooster. Because actually
Because they're timely, Dan. What do you mean?
One of my best friends really likes.
Okay.
Okay, I
band.
always suspect with Mike, it's like, oh, it was in
Yeah.
Ratatouille.
He put
Yes, Alice in
I think-
Chains in Ratatouille.
He used those songs in his World of Warcraft PvP highlight videos, which were pretty
yeah.
cool.
Fuck yeah, hell yeah. I love that. Folks, we're going to go make our own World of Warcraft PvP videos during the break, and Mike Memnati will be back with the news right after
Oh, I
this.
gotta get that ready. Oh my god.
Mr. Memnati, the news. Mikey.
Hi everybody, I'm Newsman now. Look at me, news. Starting.
Joe Crumb's thing.
Yeah, see, look at that. It's like he
Yeah.
never left.
Grub always goes, news.
Yeah.
yeah. A lot of
Famous.
lips smacking that sound. News. Starting with Donald Glover is the voice of Yoshi in the Super Mario
Yes.
Galaxy
What?
movie.
I'm all
What?
for this. Y'all don't know?
No.
No.
It's
Yeah, there
great.
was
Is
a,
Yoshi talking in it, or is it just saying
I-
Yoshi and it's Donald Glover?
Well, that's the question. So there was a Mario movie direct yesterday where basically they just showed the final trailer for this film that's coming out very soon, coming out on April 1st, and they're like, yeah, Yoshi's voiced by Donald Glover. And I'm curious if that means this is like a Groot situation. Vin Diesel just says Groot a lot.
Sure.
Oh,
Or is
right.
Or
That'd
is
be
there going to
funny.
be a sequence where, like, Yoshi could talk? We know there's a sequence with like baby Mario, baby Yoshi. So maybe there's a part where they understand him, or maybe there's a part where Yoshi's with other Yoshis and only then they can talk. I don't know. It could be
Yoshi
that, or
shouldn't be saying sentences.
it
That
very
would
well
be
maybe
cool,
he's
though.
not. Yeah.
That would make me care about this movie more.
Do
if
you-
Yoshi
If
was just
Yoshi
like,
was verbose.
if he was just, he was just like, hey, how are you? My name's Yoshi.
Well,
It just sounds like Donald Glover's
yeah,
voice.
that'd be sick.
I know what else might make you care about this movie is that this trailer also gave us a look at Wart,
Yeah.
the antagonist from Super Mario Brothers 2.
And you'll never
So-
guess who the actor is.
Wait, let me guess. Wart would be John C. Riley.
Luis Guzman.
Oh, that's really good.
Oh, that's sick.
very good.
Very
I love him.
good.
Does he look like Wart from like Mario 2 Wart?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
you could
it's
get
like-
away
it's that
with
Wart.
it.
I think he's like running a casino.
shit.
Like it seems like there's a whole part where they are just in a Super Mario 2 themed area, and I think that's where Birdo is and then Ninja. So
Birdo's in it.
Birdo's
yeah,
in
there-
it.
Exciting.
So
there's
there's just a
Mouser.
whole-
Mouser's on the poster.
Yeah.
right. I mean, that's the thing with this movie. It is the Mario Galaxy movie, but it's also kind of the Mario Galaxy Odyssey World 2 movie. There seems to be no restraint.
Yeah,
It's just all in here. Because tons of new characters. We know Rosalina's there. Bowser Jr. is
Mhm.
part of the equation. So much so that I no longer believe. Maybe they are gonna go that crazy. I don't think we're seeing Wario and Waluigi unless it's a post-credit.
I think it's a
stinger.
post.
I could see that.
There's just too much. There's too much already here.
I think it's about time we start introducing more Mario 2 stuff into the overall. We need to start having them in Mario Kart more. We already have Shy Guys, we have Pokies, but
We have
Wart,
Birdo, yeah.
Mouser being in the movies. I want to see Mouser, Fry Guy, all those. That was a good lineup of bad guys we don't really see anymore. From
I'm curious
2.
about Wart because we have not seen Wart much. So that one is
Right.
actually kind of that's the one that is surprising and neat to me to
Yeah.
see Wart. So I would like to see Wart in games again. Throw him in Smash Brothers and Mario Kart.
I forgot about him.
Yeah,
Oh, he's
make
great. He
him
hates vegetables.
Make him the villain of the next Mario game. Even make
Sure.
Bowser playable in it as an ally.
Yeah, do a
this time
Bowser's
instead.
inside story, and everyone's teaming up against Wart.
So
Yeah.
this movie coming out very
soon.
soon. We'll probably make $1 zillion.
When's it out?
Yeah.
April 1st.
April 1st.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like
Soon.
I guess I'll see it if Dib wants to see it. I don't know what his temperature is on it. I feel like he'll like. I don't think he's like a day one like Daddy take me to see this. I think he's sort of just like if he sees it, he sees it. I'm sure it will make a gajillion dollars. I'm not
Oh
saying it won't.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I guess I alluded to this in the first segment, but I do think like Nintendo is losing his interest.
Yeah,
for
he could
better
just
or
be
worse.
And it's not for
aging-
kids.
Yeah.
Right. It's famously not for kids, so
yeah,
I guess that tracks
I don't know. He could just
For, like,
be aging.
for old, millennials.
He could just be aging out of it or whatever, and then something he circles back to. I mean,
Yeah, I
there's-
think a lot of
maybe.
people have a kind of period of time there and around that 12 age. where-
Oh, that's why I couldn't play Pokemon because I was too cool and had to play Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
He's in that phase. Okay.
I still think he would take a new Sonic over a new Mario for
That's
sure.
That's
even.
real
I'm
fucked
a
up.
big Sonic defender. That's disgusting. You need to talk to him.
For the movies?
the movies are a different
Oh,
beast.
sure, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm
that's
talking about the
fine, that's fine.
movies.
Right. I'm
Dib
sorry.
has never played a Sonic game.
Of course not.
That's crazy.
Like, come on.
Of
That's
course
crazy
not.
too. Wait, I guess
could
that
not
would
care
track.
less.
There are a lot of kids that like the Sonic movies and see him as a movie character and haven't played the games.
Yeah.
Yes, we've had this conversation a few times, but yes, he
Does Dib know what lock-on technology is?
Has he
No,
ever
I mean-
Z-targeted his wife?
he's definitely Z targeted for sure, but like A doesn't think it's novel or interesting, and B is not like actively searching it out. I think, and all kidding aside, I really do think like for people his age, I do think like Sonic is like got more riz. Like I think they
I mean, that's why they made Sonic was to be
Yeah,
cooler.
like,
So yeah, people.
Sonic's
yeah.
cool. Mario is kind of like the Mario is kind of for like little baby idiots, right?
Well, when
Like,
you look at,
Well, now wait a second.
I wouldn't go that far, but
it was fine. I wasn't overly impressed.
when you look at the movies, I mean, you have Chris Pratt, and Chris Pratt is Chris Pratt. But then,
Yeah.
you
Kids
know,
think Chris Pratt is cool?
No. I'm saying that
No.
they think John Ralphio is cooler and just has like a better
Oh.
vibe to him. I always for Ben Schwartz. Sorry, I always
Ben
just call him
Schwartz, yeah.
John Ralphio.
Yeah, I get it. Speaking of cartoon movies, I saw Hoppers, the new Pixar one over the weekend.
Yeah, how
it
was
was
that?
good.
It was good. It was really
Yeah.
good. I liked it a lot. It was funny.
Nice.
Nintendo's confirmed that its Switch 2 side-scroller Yoshi and the Mysterious Book will release on May 21st. A new trailer for this game came out today to celebrate Mario Day, which is today, March 10th. Boy, I don't know if I've ever been more cautious about a video game in my life.
I don't even think cautious is I think we just know what this is going to be. How many times?
Yeah.
Wait, are you a fellow Yoshi's Island fan?
Oh, I love Yoshi's Island. Love
Yeah, I
it.
like
so
the
it's
Yoshi.
just
And then it's been nothing
pain
but
ever
bad
since then.
sequels. Right.
Starting with
yeah.
Yoshi's Story, starting with back on the N64, getting disappointed by every new fucking Yoshi platformer. So I think I've made peace. It's a Star Fox situation. I've made peace. I'm not going to get excited about this. I will play it. I'm sure it'll be fine.
I thought Crafted World was like very fine.
So yeah, a lot of people like the
Fine.
Wii U one, and I don't know. I played through it, and nothing about it stuck with me. It felt like I was just kind of floating through some experience. It was
Didn't set the
maybe
world on
okay.
fire, but like
no,
you know.
and that's what I expect from this. Like the art style looks really cute. It has a bit of that watercolor, almost maybe claymation vibe to it. But like even the gameplay, I'm like, what is this? It almost seems more maybe puzzle platformer, or I don't know. I don't think this is the kind of not, I don't know if high octane is the word, but Yoshi's Island was a challenging, somewhat traditional, but just level design, running and jumping kind of focused 2D platformer. And I don't think that's what Yoshi and the Mysterious Book is going to be. It seems, and like, they know what they're doing, but they've made Yoshi a very young kid targeted franchise now. And I get why they do that, but it does make the games less engaging.
I don't like
Some
the look
might
of
say
this
that-
frog.
No.
Some might say that
animation.
Yoshi's Island is one of the best 2D platformers of all time.
Of course. Absolutely. No
Yes.
one's here to stop us from saying that or argue the
course.
point.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that this game is not hitting before the movie. Like I'm surprised that they are not parlaying them in a way that you would think
Oh.
you
Yeah.
absolutely would. Just because Yoshi's a new character in the game in the movie, and it's like, how do you not draw this? Like, how do you not have these sync up? Maybe there are other production intangibles that we're unaware of, but like, I don't know. It seems like a missed opportunity.
Nintendo's never super like, they'll do synergies with the movie for sure, but in their mind, there are already 10 Mario and Yoshi adjacent products on the store shelves that people will pick up. And that movie's gonna have a long lifespan. This thing comes out May 21st. It's not like it's totally
Just
missing
saying.
that.
Sounds like
So
Nintendo
Backwater, they've
hates
got-
money,
They've got Super Mario Wonder Nintendo Switch 2 edition Bell Bell Island bullshit. I mean, that's the headliner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will play that
that's-
game again. I've kind of been looking forward to playing that game again.
Speaking of loving money, Epic is increasing the price of Fortnite V-Bucks.
What?
In the blog post announcing this, they said the cost of running Fortnite has gone up a lot, and we're raising prices to help pay the bills.
Shut the
I don't know if
fuck
I
up.
want. I don't know if I want
Shut the
Epic Games
fuck
to
up.
phrase
Yo,
things like.
oh
"We
my
gotta help
God.
pay the bills."
You have the fucking nerve to say that? Just fucking say
Wait.
the truth. Just say the truth. Don't say this fucking
Wait,
bullshit.
that's
What do you
in
think we're
quotes?
fucking assholes?
Epic
You think we're
used the
fucking
phrase
idiots?
"pay the bills."
That's
Yeah.
the quote. Yeah.
Oh, fellas.
Just say no amount of money will ever be enough. It will never be enough. It does not. Fucking Fortnite makes $8 billion a month. It's never enough. It's never gonna be enough. Fortnite costs more to fucking run off. Go eat a butt. Eat a butt.
$9.
They gotta keep the lights on, Bacalar.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, people just like bumming quarters at the bus stop, working for Epic. The fuck out of here.
$9 used to get you 1,000 V-Bucks. Now you get 800. To give you an example,
Ugh.
the Battle Pass, which previously cost 1,000 V-Bucks, now only costs 800. But completing it will also only earn the player 800 V-Bucks instead of 1,000. This doesn't mean that at least so that means that players can unlock the next Battle Pass with the rewards from the previous one. Okay. Yeah,
This money is not enough, Mike. So we have to raise the price of this invisible money.
Mhm.
It's just sorry. Say the truth. Don't give me this shit. Say the fucking truth. Say endless profit. That's what we're after. It's never enough. Fuck you. Love Epic.
I feel like is this like an interesting new litmus test for the economy? What is the exchange rate on V-Bucks now?
Oh boy.
Jesus. What's going on with Robux? What's happening over there? So someone let me know. Speaking of money, Nintendo is suing the US government over tariffs.
Let's go.
Yeah, this is related to the, Supreme Court telling Trump that, hey, all those tariffs he did were illegal, actually. Trump's trying to still say, I got other ways of doing the tariffs, blah, blah, blah. But in the meantime, like 1,000 companies are suing to get money back from that. And this includes Nintendo, which was really affected by the timing of the tariffs because it was right when they were getting ready to release Switch 2. They delayed pre-orders, and that's something they're specifically saying cost them money, was the fact that they had to delay the pre-orders and they had to reconsider if they were going to launch a thing, and then they raised the price for accessories and things like that. So yeah, it's pretty interesting to. At first, it seems like, whoa, Nintendo's just going after the U.S. government, but again, a lot of companies are, right? It's not like Nintendo is necessarily sticking its neck out here, particularly. Like they're not in danger of getting targeted in a way Bud Light was, for example.
It's not a protest. It's an opportunity to recoup value. That's what it is, right? It's an opportunity to recoup a refund.
Yeah, exactly. So that's going to be going through the courts. We'll see how long that all takes. I bet a long time, but
we'll have to pay the U.S. defense bill.
Yeah, of course.
Great.
Yeah.
Cool. I love where all my tax dollars are going right now.
Yep.
Oh, brother.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pay taxes this year.
That is not my advice. No, you can. We're not recommending it. Everyone should pay your taxes. Don't pay your taxes, but pay your taxes. Pay your taxes.
I'm just not gonna.
Sega says strong reviews for its recent games aren't yet translating to better sales. Part of a recent financial result Q&A here says that the relatively high acclaim of modern games has not yet translated to higher sales, and it's aiming to improve its marketing and sales practices as a result. Last 18 months, Sega and Atlas have released a bunch of games that have scored pretty well, like Shinobi, Art of Vengeance, has a Metacritic of 87, 2 Point Museum, Metacritic of 84, that's too low. Metaphor Fantasio is a Metacritic of 94.
Deal.
Sonic Racing, Crossroads, Metacritic of 82. That one they specified before as being a little bit slower in the sales front than they expected. I think this is interesting. I remember, I think something similar with Capcom happened when they were turning Resident Evil around at first, where it's kind of confusing because like Resident Evil 6 sold really well and 7 was maybe a little slower. And it's like, well, sometimes the current game is selling based off the reputation of the previous game, right? So maybe it takes a little bit to catch up. I bet if Sega keeps releasing good games, they'll hit those sales targets like they want to. And yeah, there's probably maybe also a marketing aspect to that as well that they need to work on.
Yeah, I hope this doesn't lead to a trend of them, like, kind of abandoning this fairly good run of video games that they've been on. Abandoning that to just try and make a quick buck and go for something that they think would lead to a bunch of sales. Because, Shinobi Art of Vengeance, great. 2 Point Museum, Mike, you really liked it. Metaphor, great. Sonic Racing,
yeah, that one I thought, I don't know. That one I don't like maybe as much as the average critic on that one. But Metaphor is interesting because, huge. I bet that game has done well. I wonder if Atlas has also maybe shot themselves in the foot a little bit with the Persona games. They're like, we released the game, and then a year later or 2 years later, it's like, now here's the Super Plus version with even more content. Yeah. And a lot of people feel burned for buying the original version. I don't know. I don't know if there's a sizable amount of people waiting for Metaphor for that reason or something, but who knows?
Oh, I guess I never thought that Metaphor could potentially have that, like, deluxe, this is the ultimate version with more story.
Right. Yeah, which, like, I don't think it needs to. I think these games already come out with so much content. I kind of, I don't love that. Like, I never went back to play Persona 5 Royale. Everyone's like, it's better. I'm like, yeah, I can't play a 100-hour game twice. Really, sure. I don't know. It's just a lot. EA lays off staff across all Battlefield studios following the record-breaking Battlefield 6 launch. EA's laid off a unknown number of individuals from different Battlefield teams, including employees at Criterion, DICE, Ripple Effects, and Motive Studios. IGN said that the individuals being informed that the layoffs are taking place as part of a realignment across the Battlefield studios. All the studios are going to remain operational, though the layoffs will, of course, impact them. Battlefield 6 was the best-selling game of 2025 in the United States, actually. Sold a record-shattering 7 million copies in 3 days. It was the best launch ever for a game in the franchise. Now, it does seem like the game has lost a bit of steam since that incredible launch, so maybe they're like, well, we needed all those people to launch this game, not to keep it going, although I don't know, it still seems incredibly shitty that you work on the biggest game of last year and now you are fired for realignment, whatever the hell that means.
Sustainable. It seems like sustainable behavior.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's just an absolute
I
kind of
hate
bullshit.
this bullshit.
Yeah, Battlefield. They also, of course, for no reason, like launched another attempt at doing a battle royale that nobody played again. So they keep going to that well with no success. So I wonder how long it's going to be before we get the Battlefield extraction shooter that people don't really care about either. Because it turns out Battlefield fans want to play Battlefield.
What?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
wild.
Hmm.
WarioWare series director Goro Abe has left Nintendo. Goro Abe posted on X that he resigned from the company last month. He's leaving the games industry altogether. He's going to be joining the Osaka Electrocommunication University.
Cool.
Yeah,
That's a cool name.
Abe started as a programmer on Wario Land 4 for the Game Boy Advance in 1999. Since then, he's worked mostly on the WarioWare series as a director for games like WarioWare Mega Party games, GameCube, WarioWare Twisted on GBA, all the way up to the recent Switch games, WarioWare Get It Together, and WarioWare Move It. Dan, you're a WarioWare fan. Are you like worried about the future of the franchise or anything like that?
I mean, I like that. I'm happy anytime there's a new WarioWare. I won't say the more recent ones have stacked up to maybe the older like DS and GBA ones or anything, but I guess, I mean, if he's worked on all of these, then obviously he was a big part of what made those games what they are. So hopefully they can keep that spirit going forward.
Yeah, and like I bet we'll get another WarioWare game eventually. Wouldn't mind a bit of a break. I think a lot of people really want to see a Wario Land again, or even a new something else with Wario, right?
The thing is too, all those old ones are like, I always put together these little handhelds and emulation machines and everything, and they just turn into WarioWare machines. And it turns out like all those old ones are still extremely fun and very evergreen, whether it's the GBA one or the DS one. So I can always go back to the old ones.
Right, yeah. Just playing normal WarioWare on NSO is actually still kind of a great experience. I'm almost happy just having that. Valve insists it will release the Steam Machine and Steam Frame in 2026 after a blog said it hoped to. So yeah, this was the thing where Valve kind of had this blog post about the Steam Year in Review 2025, and in it they're like, oh, here's our lineup of all that announced hardware we announced last year. There's these memory and storage supplies, but we are still hoping to ship this stuff in 2026. A lot of people freaked out. Like, hope? What do you mean hope? So Valve kind of came out like, nothing's changed on our end, and they replaced the word hope and kind of changed the wording there. But I don't know, you guys.
The word hope.
Yeah, replace like, okay, let's get. People don't like hope these days. Hope has a negative connotation. Actually,
we've replaced the word hope.
I don't know. How are you guys feeling about that suite of hardware? The controller, the Steam Machine, the Steam Frame.
Yeah, I want it.
Yeah.
I want it. I'm definitely worried about. I don't know if I'm worried about the release day as much as I'm worried about the price. That's the issue, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be a lot, no matter what.
It's going to be a lot, but it could be a lot because of these shortages, and there's still weird tariff situations and confusion around that. But especially the shortages, the RAM stuff, it's going to be a big issue. And Valve is now in this sort of unenviable position of kind of having to navigate these waters before a PlayStation will have to, before Xbox is going to have to with Helix. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how they approach this, how much money, if any, they're going to be willing to lose on the hardware.
I'll give Valve a free tip here. Just don't make RAM part of it.
I mean, that's not a bad idea, Dan.
What do you need RAM?
Yeah.
Just put like a hamster on a
Super
wheel
Nintendo
in
didn't have
there.
RAM.
Yeah. Oh, it did.
Probably did.
It did. I mean, Super Nintendo had RAM.
All kidding aside, I know you're joking, Dan. I explaining RAM to people who are like over the age of 70 is awesome, and I recommend everyone does it.
I don't know if I could explain it. That's not the brain. The CPU is the brain, right?
This isn't
RAM is like
memory.
the juice that keeps
Random
going,
access
right?
memory. It's like temporary memory.
Yeah, it's confusing. You have to read. You have to take a course in college or two to really understand it.
I think
I've been listening to books and understand it slightly now, where I used to understand it not at all, and even then, not really. It's very it's wild. It's all switches. It's all electrical signals that make a 1 or a 0, and somehow you get enough of those, and you have a Resident Evil on your computer.
Why is it just ones and zeros? I feel like we're just limiting ourselves.
Yeah,
so
let's
many
Imagine if we
numbers.
added a 2.
no. Let's throw in, I don't know, like an exclamation mark.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ampersand?
Or the at symbol would be
Yeah.
lovely.
It's like 1.
Jan, that's the news. I'm turning the show back over to you.
Friend of the website, Matt Piscatella, he just posted this on Blue Sky, something that Circana is reporting, and I feel like this would just be a fun stat to share with everyone, especially because Dylan may not be into Mario, and maybe Mario's not for the kids. According to this graphic, 50% of people who bought Super Mario licensed products in 2025 were in households without children.
Well,
50%?
50%.
makes
So,
sense. That
checks
makes
out.
sense.
I mean,
Tracks with my experience, yeah.
So that also means that maybe Mario gets a little more adult. Like maybe
Gritty
he's
reboot.
He's gonna lay some
Act
pipe.
Zero.
You
Act
know,
Zero Mario.
finally, Jan, finally he lays the
Yeah.
pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, would it kill you to like have Mario grow with his most beloved fan
I don't
base?
think
Like,
anybody wants a more gritty.
I don't even want that.
adult
Yeah.
Mario.
yeah,
But-
well, you guys
but-
are wrong.
Can you
If you-
imagine if Mario trips in a level, he just goes, fuck. Just once.
he's
I
gonna do
mean,
the Peter
and
Griffin
just like
thing.
holds his knee. That'd be fun. I guess he
Yeah.
does that in the first movie. But yeah, I don't know. I guess like
Mario does
I
his
guess
taxes.
I'm not like I guess I'm not clamoring for like adult Mario. I just think it's funny that like everyone else around him gets progressively older, and he's just like stuck at whatever.
No, they don't.
zi-
Like
Well,
Luigi isn't older. What do you mean?
Oh no, I'm talking about the fans. I'm talking about us. I'm talking about us.
Oh,
Yeah, but there's always new young
definitely.
fans,
Yeah.
and yes, and then those
Yeah.
fans turn
No, I
10
know.
or 11 and 12.
He's
and they
Matt
jump out for a bit.
McConaughey in Dazed and Confused, right?
I
Like,
yeah.
right?
I think what they got going with Mario is working pretty well right now.
No, I know, but you think he still speaks to you?
Yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
don't know if he's
I
ever
love that little
spoke to me.
fucker.
Yeah.
Mhm. The
Perhaps
best.
you're not
Number
the
one.
best person to ask, but yes, I'll do a bit of an unscientific survey and
Yeah.
report
I'm a
back.
child.
I'm with you on that, Mike.
And that's important, Mike. You hold on to that.
Yay! I saw a kids movie last week, and I'll see another kids movie on April 1st, and then Toy Story 5's after that. I think I'm only seeing kids movies apparently. This is great.
I want to report back. I want to do a little bit of digging. I'm gonna ask Dib and some of the friends and just be like, "You guys care about like the Mario movie coming out next month?" And some of them will
I
be
saw
like, "There's a
kids-
Mario movie coming out," and then some
There
of
was a
them will be
fucking
like,
2-year-old. I was running this weekend, and there's a family, and they had their carts and all that stuff. And one of the kids was like walking, and he said hi to me, and he waved at me, and he had a
Yeah.
Mario Kart shirt. And I looked at him, I said,
Right.
"Nice Mario shirt, kid."
Right.
And he
That he
said,
picked
"Thank
out
you."
and bought.
Mario.
That's a
Yeah.
little kid that liked it.
okay, or was just dressed because he's 2.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I'm curious, I don't know. I'm going to show him the latest trailer and just like kick the tires a little bit.
So, but your theory is that Mario is falling out of popularity, right? That's what you're trying
No,
to
that is
research
not
here.
what I'm saying. I'm just saying for the demo of child that I am raising,
Sure.
I think perhaps it's like not top of mind. That I still fundamentally believe this movie will make a metric fuck
Yeah.
ton of money from as a result of patronage from all ages. I just, in my little anecdotal experience, I do think Dib is sort of like take it or leave it. He could, he's sort of mid.
As part of that research, I want you to find out what is Dib and perhaps his colleagues. What is their biggest concern in terms, right? Like what is the character or IP that they do think is the best? What is their number one? Like for when we were kids, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right? What is number one for them?
Ghostbusters, sure.
then? Right.
Yeah, I think that's a
What does
fair
he care about
question.
the most? What if
it's
only
gonna
one
be-
can survive?
I think it'll be all over the map, but yeah, we'll see.
Like Chapel Roan.
No, I don't think that.
No.
I don't think it's Chapel Roan.
She seems popular.
Okay,
Yeah,
and then
she's popular.
follow up cue to that, Bacalar, and then we'll go take a breaky break if Mikey's done with the news.
I am.
Okay, all right. Has Dib and his colleagues and his cohort consumed that specific media they're into, or have they just seen it in Fortnite?
Oh fuck.
Yeah,
Fortnite
like
Dib
might
hasn't
be
even
the
seen
answer
Terminator.
of the thing they care about the most, right? Like that might be.
That's why it's so fleeting, right? Like, I do think a lot of the culture is driven by what has appeared in Fortnite to some degree. Like, he knew what the Hopper guy was.
Which,
He knew
like,
what the
and we're worried about Fortnite because they can't pay the bills anymore, right?
Right.
They
Tough
have tough
times for Fortnite. Pour one out. I do. Yeah, like he knew the frog from the Hopper movie because it was in Fortnite.
Yeah, I heard about that. I think it's more like a
So,
little lizard. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
very funny.
interesting. Yeah.
All right,
Interesting.
folks. We're going to go take a quick bricky break, and we will be back with some emails and YouTube super chats if we got them right after this. These are the emails for the show.
Yeah.
Emails.
Huh.
Yeah. Huh.
Bombcast@giantbomb.com is the email address to send your emails to. We've been getting flooded with emails, and I appreciate them. Apologies if you don't get your email read on the show, but we try and get through as many as we can, time permitting. And also thank you for all the very nice words that people have been sending along. I have not been doing my best to relay those emails, general sentiments to these boyos over here, but gang, the heat on the street is generally good to great.
Yay.
So happy that people are enjoying their time with us. We hope you continue to. First email of the show comes from Phil from Austin. On your most recent talk over Nintendo Indie World, Dan exclaimed, Link to the Past didn't need DLC. That makes me wonder, what if Nintendo did start releasing DLC for classic games? After all, they did release extra levels for Super Mario 3 in card reader form. Is there a classic game you would like to see DLC for? I might like to see extra dungeons added to Wind Waker. I know it's a fan favorite, but I can't help but think it has some of the weaker dungeons of the 3D Zelda games. Parentheses. P.S. Marry Me Tomodachi rivals some of my favorite Giant Bomb content of all time. You guys are killing it lately.
You.
Phil from Austin.
Thank you.
Well, actually, the Satellaview in Japan broadcast a kind of Link to the Past sort of sequel thing.
That is
so
true.
yeah, so even then there was something kind of like DLC.
They were trying shit. Yeah, the card reader thing, the e-reader is like the most Nintendo way to go about that for sure. Like even I couldn't get on board. I'm not buying this thing to play a few levels on.
I thought it was hella cool though.
Interesting concept for sure. I think Phil's idea here of Wind Waker. I think he's right about the dungeons being weaker in Wind Waker, but like imagine like a Shadow of the Erd Tree type, like beefy DLC of Wind Waker set in like maybe that Hyrule from underwater, where it's like you get a glimpse of like imagine just that, like remove the ocean element, which I think is fine.
Just for like a little bit, for like this, I mean, I like Wind Waker's dungeons. It just needed like 2 more of them, right? So that is a game that would have really benefited from an expansion of some kind. Yeah, I think that would have been cool for sure.
Lovely.
But yeah, I don't know what like usually I'm not really a big fan of the kind of expansion or DLC. I guess expansion's different. Like if it's like Diablo, like to me, like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Expansion for these From Software games, that makes sense. But even like Breath of the Wild, which I love, they're like, we added a car and like some new shrines. I'm like, I don't care.
Do that.
No.
Yeah, like Erd Tree felt like another, like almost a sequel. Like Mike, you were saying that about the Liza P thing, almost feeling like a sequel.
Sure.
Like those I'll play, but if it's just like I don't know, here's a couple other things, I never play those.
I would like maybe DLC for the original Pokemon games for like Red and Blue. Like, I don't know, maybe some more gym battles or something like that. Other Pokemon, but specifically in that format.
Yeah,
Sure.
but that's another one too, where like Scarlet and like instead of doing like Pokemon Gray or like the Pokemon Yellow, they do DLC, and we get that instead. And again, I'm like, I can't imagine engaging with those things. I don't know.
I think Twisted Metal could have had, that's an easy one. Just introduce a new car or something.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Phil from Austin. Simon writes in, hello, bombers. Whenever you Midwest boys talk about cold weather, it makes me realize how different our countries are. On the last dump truck, Dan mentioned it warmed up to a brisk 50 degrees Fahrenheit, which was feeling warm. I'm in Perth, Australia, where our winter average is about 46 to 65 min max. It will very rarely hit 30 to 35 degrees Fahrenheit overnight, and when it does, it's big news. I genuinely cannot comprehend the cold temperatures you guys go through over there, though I hope to experience it one day. Always wanted to have a snowy Christmas, that I grew up with in the movies instead of a sweltering hot one. Is there anything you've heard about another country's weather or lifestyle that just blows your mind? How do you guys fare in hot weather? Of course, we have to deal with hot summers that can be up to 85 to 110 degrees and much hotter in rural towns that have a cracked 122 degrees. Keep up the great content. Love the site and pod, Simon. I can't fathom where y'all live.
The only place
Go ahead.
I was going to say the only place that really blows my mind where people live is like the Northwest Canadian territories or places where like the winter is just like stuck at -50 Fahrenheit like for 6 months. And they're just like, it's cold today. And you're like, no, you're good. How do you do it? I think that's amazing. I mean, and then like there's like other countries where it's just constantly, 12 months of unbearable Russian winters and stuff like that. Everything else I think makes sense. I guess I could see how someone lives in, well, I can't see how someone lives in Florida, but I could see how someone lives in Floridian weather, right? Where, it's just like that all year round. I think it's so, for me, it's like I would much rather be cold, obviously. Like when it warmed up this weekend and it was like 68 degrees, I got mad. I was like,
60 is great.
I was just mad. I was like, oh, it's a little warmer. I know spring's coming. I'm a little, not happy. Just to see winter go in such a violent way. Although I think we're going to get one more week of like winter temperatures. That's where I'm at. But people who live in these because I love watching videos of people who are like, I have a cabin in the northwestern Canadian territories that I can only visit once the river freezes. And when the river freezes, I take my snowmobile out and I go out there and I have to burn 11 trees every hour so that I'm survive. And I'm just like, you motherfuckers are crazy.
I could take this type of like Minnesota isn't like Northwest Canada cold, but you will have like long stretches of -20, -30, things like that. And like the thing is, if it's 0 degrees, you're not going outside. If it's -20, -30, it's not that different really, unless you're working outside or something. So it's just like, no, you're just kind of hunkered down. You just make it comfy in the house and everything. And I could take that, even though it is a long winter here and it gets very cold, I would take that over a place that gets like regularly over 100 and humid. Like I can't do like super hot. Like I'm not a fan of that. Like it gets to the mid 90s here. Like maybe you'll have a day or two that's like hits 100. And that's just miserable outside. I can't imagine regularly sweating through that,
Yeah. When I went to Japan 2 years ago, it was like during the summer and it was super duper humid. I didn't realize I could sweat in that many places.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of amazing.
It's just uncomfortable. It fucks up your clothes. It fucks up the smell. And like cold is a pain in the ass. You got to put on all these layers and everything, but it's like your clothes aren't like fucked up when you get back home, You just kind of warm up and you're not like dealing with the after effects of it as much,
All right, moving along here. Matt writes in with a little tip for folks at home if you're a premium subscriber. Hey, duders, just wanted to thank you for taking the time to explain how to use the RSS feed recently. I might be in the minority, but I prefer watching GB content on my TV because y'all deserve the biggest and best screen in the house. Wow, thanks. And for me, YouTube is the easiest and most preferred method of watching your videos. However, as a premium member, this has one distinct disadvantage. The amazing premium content is essentially locked to my tablet or phone. Now, with the power of the RSS feed, I have the premium video feed loaded onto my podcast app, and I can now stream it to my TV from my phone. Now, I understand that this is probably common knowledge for a lot of subscribers, but for me, it's the eureka moment of the century. So thanks again for explaining the miracle of modern science to us all. Now you'll have to excuse me because it's time to watch some Marry Me Tomodachi. Thanks again, and fuck ice. Matt, there you go. You two at home, if you're a premium subscriber, can watch Marry Me Tomodachi, a new episode of 9 Lives on your television screen by using the RSS feed. Very easy to use.
And I would just add, I would love to have a way for that to not always be the case, where you don't have to MacGyver your own way to do it. So it's, just if it helps you feel any better, it's something we are always thinking about. How do we make that better?
Always thinking about. I'm going to need you boys to look at a picture here that I've pasted in the email or the run of show.
Oh,
doc.
I recognize this. Yeah.
Yes. Matt from Massachusetts writes in, Howdy, Bombers. With PAX East on the horizon, I wanted to ask you all, what is the strangest booth you've ever seen at a convention? For me, it has to be the booth for Kadia Gaming at PAX East 2024. The booth itself was just a large medallion you would walk up to, scan your badge for a chance to win a prize. No real games were actually shown. Turns out it was a stealth campaign for a gaming section of a upcoming Saudi Arabian city. I've attached a picture of the actual booth. Have a great day. Matt from Massachusetts.
Didn't we shoot something there? Like we were doing like a tour. Did that actually wind up in the travelogue, or did we just shoot?
Might have.
Wasn't the same booth like at the Gamescom we were at? I feel like I remember it there.
Maybe. No, they had no. Xbox had a thing where you would get coins and stuff like that, and scan your coins for prizes.
I think this was there too. Maybe.
I mean, that would have been like the same year. I mean, that would have tracked.
Oh, right. Yeah,
I remember. That was a weird one.
This gigantic medallion. And Dan, I think you and Nikki went up to investigate, and we came with no answers.
Yeah, it was something shady and weird for sure.
I think one of the weirdest booths was probably one of these. It was probably G Fuel at the time. Just like having booth babes and booth dudes like gyrating and dancing to an empty show floor.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was always weird, like because like that used to be the norm, and then there was a few who were like, "We're still doing that," and they always stuck out like a sore thumb.
I remember probably like 06 or something. I mean, I was deep in the booth babe era of E3.
Sure.
I remember going to like the fringes of maybe Kensha Hall or something like that, and there was just a fucking like peripheral company that was selling like GameCube peripherals or whatever. Like shitty controllers, and they had something about like a fox was their logo or their name or something. And so they had a bouncy castle in the middle of the Kensha Hall or whatever, or not.
What for?
They had a bunch of women in there, and not a lot of clothing, and they pinned foxtails above their butts there, and they had these girls, and they had fox ears on, and they were bouncing around, and there was a massive line of weird dudes waiting to get in there, and you could take your turn to go in there and try to grab the foxtails off the girls' butts.
Oh, that's terrible.
For GameCube controller.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know.
What the fuck?
Biggest line. Yeah.
Oh.
That was that era.
Okay. That
was,
one.
Yeah, mid 2000s E3s were something else.
Okay.
When I used to go to CES, I would always have about a half a day to myself where I would wander the various show floors. If you've never been to CES and you're aware of what like an E3 or a PAX the size of that is, like, CES is like the Costco to those 7-Elevens. Like, I just can't even like begin to describe to you just how enormous CES is.
They have cheaper hot dogs at CES?
I don't know. I've never had a hot dog. So I think, what's crazy is like you would always find these like booths where you're just like, I don't think this company understood the assignment. Like, I don't think they like realized what they were supposed to do here. And you would always like find these like weird little fringy things, and you'd be like, what? They do, what are they in this hall for? They sell, it's wild. But yeah, I think like that was like the golden era of just like the most inappropriate booth, and you would sort of like, you almost went around looking for things for content because of just how like out of place and sort of like kind of bizarre things were. But I don't miss that life that much, and having to prop up a booth that you're not super confident in, it's got to be a rough couple days.
Jan, Jeff Grubbs in chat wants to know where he should go for tacos.
Well, don't go near Moscone. Leave Moscone. Just go to Valencia. Tacos specifically. There's so many places. Just go to the Valencia area, and then the first like taqueria you see, it'll be amazing.
Oh, burritos. I'm sorry.
Burritos. Oh, God. Grub, I'll text you a list. I can't. I actually anywhere in the mission is probably good. You might like El Farolito. I don't fuck with El Farolito that much, but they own a soccer team in the Bay Area. That's fun.
They put fries in their burritos there, right?
Yeah. They're one of the places.
That's cool.
Fries
I
and
respect
burritos.
that.
All right. Let's see. Moving on along. Speaking about food suggestions, Chris writes in. Hey everyone, the question is specifically for Jan. I'll be in Union Square area next week for work. Do you have any good local recommendations for places to eat, grab a drink, or visit while I'm there? Love you all, Chris. Chris, Union Square kind of sucks. The only neat thing there is the Nintendo store and the Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, it's right there. That's the Cheesecake Factory Jeff and I love. Yeah, just go there, man.
The one we love.
Yeah, it is. It's the one we adore. We love that Cheesecake Factory. Dan and I went to some weird tourist trap bar based around the rail car thing, right?
Yeah.
Remember?
That wasn't too bad. I remember
that was
all right.
fine. Yeah,
that bar is where we went to Tommy's joint.
Yeah, go to that weird
Tommy's
bar.
joint is the place to go.
I showed Mikey Tommy's joint. That was
There
one of my
you
main
go.
places when I lived there.
Yes,
Yeah.
Tommy's joint was really good. And then I mean, how far away was the tiki bar you went to from Union Square, Dan?
Oh, Smuggler's Cove. It's a short Uber, I would say.
Yeah,
go to Smuggler's Cove. That tiki bar
That was
rules.
awesome.
Loved it.
But Chris, what I would suggest, go to Chinatown if you're specifically around Union Square. Chinatown isn't super far. You'll get great dim sum, great Chinese food, great Vietnamese food, and then what is it called? Nanking something. Some of the best fucking Chinese food I've ever had. But also, go to the Lipo Lounge and get the best Mai Tai you'll ever have. It's cash only. Go there and get inebriated and get into a fight in an alley. That's what I used to do all the time in my early 20s. House of Nanking.
Cheesecake Factories.
House of Nanking is
man.
what it was. There you go.
He said, Jeff says his hotel's across from that cable car bar. Oh, that's fun. He had a burrito last night at Chinatown that was $9, and it tasted exactly like Taco Bell. Oh, it was good then.
Grub, actually go to La Taqueria. You'll enjoy the burrito. It will be amazing.
It was always a crowd pleaser when I was on the West Coast when I would talk about how mission burritos are good, but I do prefer the Taco Bell burritos. And oh boy, that was
people love that
crowd pleaser. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'll do that for the next time I have to skate out the podcast.
I still believe it.
I know you do.
I almost flipped my whole desk around.
Mission ones are good. Mission ones are good.
I know. It just hurts me. Okay, moving on. Last email of the show, because I have to go decompress now, comes from Evie May. I've turned to the Discord, and no one has figured this out yet. So, I've had this track in my head for the last few days and cannot figure out what it is. I've scoured my listening history and TV/movies I've seen lately, cannot figure it out. So I tried to create it in GarageBand. No, I don't remember any words. Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Finish. I don't remember any words or even the melody, the vocals. Just this little loop. Is this just any song?
No. They Evie May sent in the MP3, and I was going to play it for y'all, so we could.
No, I'm saying like it could be anything.
It could be anything.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, Evie. Let's hear it.
All right. It's 16 seconds. Let's see if we can help Evie May out.
It's good.
I got
think
nothing.
it's like it's striking me as like a 80s kind of pop synth thing.
I wish. Can we hear it one more time?
Okay.
The chip tune stuff.
California dreaming.
You think it's that?
That's what Chat said that. I could kind of see that.
Okay. Let's play it again.
California dreaming.
It's similar, but-
Thursday.
That part is throwing me off.
That's
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. Yeah. I like this version.
I don't know.
Yeah. I didn't listen to it prior to the show because I was hoping it would just be a goof, but it seems like a legitimate ask.
Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing.
Well, I don't know if we were really expecting. No offense, Mikey. I was just,
Whoa! Oh, you know what? Man, boy, when Dan
just
showed me
sorta-
Popstar, he's like, "Oh, it'll be so funny if every time a artist shows up, if we make Mike say if he knows him or not." I was like, "Oh, all right." And then, of course, I knew all of them because they're very famous.
No, you
people.
didn't know all of them. You knew like Mariah Carey and Ringo
I knew,
Starr.
like, almost all of them, to the point where you got like
the RZA or like
you got to the point where like you were like, "All right, Mike, we get it. You know them." You're like, you thought I was disrupting the movie, and I was like, "No, you told me to say if I know them or not."
Mike,
I'd say you knew 30% of them.
Oh, that is
30?
Oh, you're insane. That's not what happened. It was like
That's not what it
80%.
sounded
This
like.
is revisionist history. Jan, you were there. Say something.
You knew pretty much everyone. It was maybe like the occasional like artist. Like, am I imagining that T.I. was in that movie?
I'm looking. T.I.'s in it. Pharrell, RZA,
When did you watch
Roots.
Popstar?
You didn't know the Roots. You didn't know Questlove.
After
I
the
did know
Bombathon.
Roots and Questlove, and you were like,
Oh, because
"You
of
know
Fallon."
Roots and Questlove?"
Because of Fallon? And that disqualifies you, Mike.
Well, what do you want me to do?
I'm
All right?
kidding, I'm
It's not my
kidding.
fault
Forget how
that they-
obvious a lot of them are. It's like Snoop Dogg and stuff. Like, my mom knows Snoop Dogg. You know?
Okay,
Like,
you didn't say like
still
now
gets
the
the
easy
points.
ones won't count.
you got
He still
some.
gets
You
the
got
points.
some.
Wait, when did you watch Popstar?
After the Bombathon.
in Jersey.
Yeah, one of the nights.
Oh,
At
I just went
the
home. Okay.
Airbnb.
Yeah.
You went home. It's not like we was like, now that Backlor's
Like,
not here, we can have
I
fun.
was like, we're. Yeah.
I was
okay.
eating so many bagels.
Yes.
Ah, God, Popstar. What a fucking movie.
It's
So
great.
good.
Yeah, it's very good.
Connor for real. Great.
Not for real.
Folks, that about does it for emails. Bombcast@giantbomb.com is the email address. Send your emails to. Thank you, everyone, for writing in your emails. It really helps boost morale, and I try and relay the messages. If you have anything specific to say to anyone or whatever, I will try and forward that over. Mr. Manatti, do we got any YouTube super chats?
Yes. Migsy says, Mike Minotti, is there a new Sega Dreamcast calendar this year? No, last year I had my Sega hardware calendar. They didn't make a new fun one this year that I saw, so I'm actually just using the annual pass holder calendar I got from Disney. So that right there, that's the Orange Bird. He was a kind of mascot created by Disney in the state of Florida to promote the orange farming industry. So that's the Orange Bird there, harvesting some oranges. That's what I got for March at the moment. Mixie says, Dan Reichert, have you watched Bill and Ted yet?
No, I have not. I'm watching Phantom
Damn it.
Thread tonight, which I've heard is very similar.
Very similar movie. Yeah. I think Napoleon's in both of them. Stephen Beatty says, first part here, you're coming up on a year of Giant Bomb Independence. I bought a year there, and then when you announced it at PAX, what I'd like to know is, what's the monthly or yearly? Don't give me, we appreciate your support. Tell me what you prefer, you cowards, because I fucking love you guys.
Aw.
I think we prefer yearly, right?
I mean, well, I if the question is what gives us more money, the answer is monthly. and just paying monthly indefinitely. That is the just transparent answer. So if that's the answer you're looking for, there it is. But however you wish to support is more than appreciated.
There you go. Mixie's back with a few here. Jan, will the Giant Bomb packs be recorded premium? Question mark.
Generally, we will grab the stream and flip that around. So most of the channels,
and not just premium; those are usually free.
Yeah, everyone. Yeah,
Yeah, I gotta ask our friends there, but I believe they are recorded regardless.
Yeah. The maybe main stage one may be a little bit of a challenge, but I think they should be equipped to record that for us as well.
Yeah, well, there's a different wrinkle to the whole thing this year that we'll learn when we get there, and we'll message out how that's going to work for streaming.
Next up here, Migsy asks, Jeff Backler, will you ever greenlight the Wolf for GBC?
I'm sorry?
The what?
I thought you would know.
The Wolf?
For Game Boy. I assume GBC means Game Boy Color.
Game.
I don't know what that is, sadly. I'm sorry.
Okay.
The
so
Wolf?
It's sounding like you will not greenlight the Wolf for Game Boy Color then.
You're saying wolf, right?
Wolf.
WOLF, the wolf.
Okay, I was hearing wolf like a.
That was-
like
I
a dog.
understand. My L's. I was
second.
in a speech class to work on my L's. It's true. I
Me
mumble
too.
them sometimes. Yeah, yeah. Like, oh, you got to follow your L's.
Sorry.
Fuck was
What
that?
was?
Okay. I'm just
Was
queuing
this
something
because
up.
somebody asked about Dune?
Was that
Is
from
this
that
the
meme?
network
Yes.
about Dune?
Yes. Okay. We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Okay.
All right.
What?
So right. Okay.
Sorry.
Man, made me think of that.
Yeah.
There's that meme.
Okay. I haven't seen any clarification in chat about what the wolf.
Yeah,
wolf.
be more specific. I feel bad, chatter. I don't know.
It's okay. Binksy's got another one here. Peeps, is Dune worth watching? Is it complete now?
Mike, can you do your best Dune yell?
Oh
His
boy.
his microphone's gonna get so fucked
Are
up.
people gonna say it's racist or something if I do it?
I guess we'll find out depending on how you do it.
All right. I've only seen like the one Dune movie one time. Can you play it again?
yes.
I can...
Yes.
Oh, that sounds racist.
Yeah, do it.
Can you
Do
do it
it.
at the panel then?
I'll do it now for
Yeah.
you. I'll do it.
No,
Yeah,
because
let's
then
hear it.
now Dan's right. I'm scared that it's gonna get eaten up by your microphone.
I bet it won't.
It super will.
Yeah, I
Beautiful.
got it.
No
But
notes.
but it's great. It was perfect.
Go watch
perfect.
Dune. I like Dune Part 2.
I like them both. I think I prefer the first one a little more.
Dave Bautista's getting acting work, and I support anything that man is in.
Certainly.
Yeah, 100%.
I feel bad for everyone in Doom. Seems like it sucks to be in the Dune worlds.
Yeah,
It's all right. It's not real. Don't worry.
just like anime.
Mike-
It's not real.
Mike on
Yeah,
Not real.
can't hurt you.
but Mike on drums says, "Did Mike see Resident Evil Requiem story expansion announced?" I did not see that. I looked into
Really?
it. So yeah, he just like said it's here's the
You guys
series
play that?
Well, so all of the Resident Evil games, they always get some kind of DLC, and as much as I love them, I never play those. It's sometimes you hear
No,
like there's
Some of them are good.
yeah. Like there's a Resident Evil 7 one where you're a grandpa who punches
Yes.
people. That's
Yes.
supposed to be good.
Yes.
Speaking of that, let me ask the chat right now because Grub is out tomorrow. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to start my Blight Club. But since I've got something, I'm looking down the barrel of something tough. I get to play a Delight Club. So I was going to play Beautiful Joe 2 because I've never played it. Quick,
You never played
informal
VJ
poll-
2?
Not 2, no, because remember I think it didn't get as good of reviews as the first one. I love the first one. But would people rather see me play that Resident Evil 7 DLC where
Oh, I
you're an
think
old
I'd
guy that
rather
punches
see that.
alligators?
Yeah, I think I'd
think
like to
that's-
see that.
That's the move.
Yeah.
I am curious about that, so maybe I'll call an audible. So
Yeah.
disregard
Yeah,
the
sure.
schedule image.
Let's
we might
do
have
that.
changed something there.
I think
I
that'd
like that. Swap it.
Okay,
be fun.
okay, maybe I'll
Um,
play that tomorrow. Yeah,
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I've heard mixed things about the Rose DLC for 8th.
it's fine.
Know.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I didn't love it.
And then like
I don't think
4
I played
has
that.
separate ways, of course, and that's good. So I wonder what this will be. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but like all the Resident Evil fandom is in a tizzy because
Why?
apparently you can see Leon's got a wedding ring maybe, and everyone's all like, "Well, who the fuck is he married to?" So maybe
Are they
that will
mad?
be revealed here.
That Leon isn't married to them?
Well, some of them are that, and then some of them have very specific ideas about who he should be married to, and then they fight with the other people who don't agree with
Ada
them.
Wong, right?
What?
Well, some people want that. Some people
Oh.
want Claire. Some people want it to be characters that he knew when they were children, and other people are like, "That's weird. Don't do that."
Yeah,
And
that's
I
kind of
agree.
weird.
I
Don't
think
do
it's-
that.
If it was
good.
Sherry, yeah, that'd be weird.
It's good
Yeah.
that these people exist because I do need to like envy people's problems.
You know what?
Yeah,
Here,
yeah.
You think
Like,
people will
I
be
need-
upset if I start wearing a wedding ring and I just don't tell anyone?
That's a
Yeah.
good bit. That's a
Yeah,
good bit.
people there'll be threads like, oh, Jan's married to the streets. That's who he's married to.
Yeah.
That's right,
Um,
Bacalar. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. I think, yeah, man, to have those problems, what a dream. I feel bad. I didn't get to talk about Resident Evil. Well, we talked about it in the review, but I was a little sicky
All
poo
right.
last week, so
Oh,
I didn't get to talk to it. It's good. Okay, we'll carry on.
We should do a spoiler cast sometimes. I want to maybe talk
Yeah,
about some.
yeah.
So, okay, let's unpack that just for a wee minute here. When you talk
Yeah.
about it's just story spoilers, like
Mechanical
now-
things, like some things that happen towards the end of the
oh
game
right,
that maybe
because there's some
you know,
surprises. Yeah,
There's some mechanical stuff, or just like this section of the game at the end, like
Sure.
in general, where it takes place.
I think Resident Evil's probably like a top 5 series of all time for me, like without a doubt.
Yes.
Yet I know maybe 7% of the lore.
Sure,
it just doesn't
doesn't
like
matter.
resonate with me in a way that means anything.
Yeah.
So I have that interesting kind of like relationship with the series. But yeah, okay. I feel like if I had every little story beat spoiled to me in front of Requiem, it would have changed nothing.
Oh, absolutely not.
Right?
I don't agree with this chat that I see here saying that Ada is out of his league. Ada would be so lucky to be with Leon S. Kennedy.
Ada gets
His
so
quips
glazed
suck.
up just because Ada's like kind of mean and like is sexy. Everyone's like, Ada's allowed to be a terrorist. I think she's hot.
I mean, that's an opinion. Look,
You know what? Now that you say it,
insane.
now that you say it like that, Mike,
Someone being allowed to be a terrorist is a hilarious
That's what
concept.
the community is like. They're like, it's fine.
I do think Leon is like a phrasing terrorist, though. I do think Leon like says some of the most remarkably stupid shit where I'm just like, bitch, shut up. Just shut your stupid, handsome face and just like shoot guns.
Yeah. Now, this isn't a spoiler, but it is incredible. Like the crux of that game is that there's this 22-year-old FBI agent, and her boss is like, hey, remember that creepy hotel where your mother was murdered in front of you? Someone else has been murdered there.
Yeah, go
I know
back.
that you're emotionally distant and seem very touchy, but you're going alone to investigate
Yeah,
it.
not a field agent at all. Like,
Yeah.
he works at a
I
desk.
I was like I was
I
kind of
mean-
waiting to find out that the FBI director or whatever was a zombie. Like
Yeah,
he's in
yeah.
on it or something. What the hell was
I mean,
that?
I don't know what she is qualified to do based off like everything she says and does in that
She's
game.
qualified to stutter the first word of a sentence, which she does very well. Actually, every time she does it, I like it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like, well, what do you mean? Like, I can't go in there. I'm like, yeah, she's scared. I like it.
Fucking Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, it's kind of a Bugs Bunny voice. Yeah. Migsy has given us. Okay, I got in some stuff here to help with that one. The wolf is specifically Eye Patch Wolf, and GBC is not the Game Boy Color, it's the giant bomb
Oh
cast.
shit.
which
Okay.
may be-
Oh, this.
John.
Yes.
Mike, I also thought Game Boy Color.
Yeah. Well, obviously. Okay.
Just
So,
to me is like,
giant
obviously they
bomb.
make Game Boy Color.
all right, Migsy, you're paying us to write these in. Don't be so cryptic.
Well, don't forget. Well, so the super chats, you're only allowed to write as much as you tip for, so you have to use abbreviations.
Oh, really?
really?
I don't
Yes.
think I knew
So
that.
for like $2, you get like 20 characters.
characters,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
That's,
Right.
that's like cool and dark at the same time. Okay.
Gotta help us pay the bills. Like
Yeah.
Fortnite.
So John's back from Japan. I spoke to John this weekend. Wait, first off, John's been on Bombcast before, right?
I don't think he's been on the Bombcast. He's been on the Power
Just dump?
Bombcast, and we've had him on the dump truck.
Oh, maybe it's the dump I'm thinking of. Yeah, I think John would be into it. And also, I don't know, does John deserve it? Like, I think it's
Whoa.
Yeah.
Take your
think it's-
issues with him being cool dad out of the equation.
hey, this is look, perhaps there's some truth to that. Perhaps I am a little resentful about John being the cool dad that my son never had. That's a demon for me to
Yes,
exercise. But yeah, I would if John wants to come on the Giant Bombcast, John's more than welcome.
All right.
All right.
There we go.
I do want to hear about his Tokyo Disneyland experiences. So
Yes.
there's that. I have one more here, and it is from Rio Araku. Dan, who's a cooler dude, Solid Snake or Waluigi?
Solid Snake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
come on.
I don't know if cool is the word.
Cool
for
dude, like I'm
Waluigi.
fascinated with Waluigi the way I'm fascinated with like Marty Supreme. He's just like this weird
does
skeezy
look like
worker dude, you know? Like Solid
Yeah.
Snake's like, that's a cool fucking dude. I want to see him shoot some bad guys, you know?
Yeah. Waluigi would also get someone knocked up and then immediately leave to go play ping pong.
Yeah, Waluigi would have sex with Gwyneth Paltrow in a shower to steal her necklace.
That was a fake necklace.
You're right, yeah.
Waluigi does appear to be chronically directed by a Safdie brother.
It's the proto Safety character. He was in Good Time, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Fantastic.
Just like, yeah.
Any more super chats, Mikey?
Looks like we're all caught up. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. Boys, what do we got going on the rest of this week? Game S Mornings popping off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I believe Mikey's going to host tomorrow's ep because Grub will still be in San Francisco for GDC. We have a Delight Club. I think we may call an audible there and do.
I'm downloading End of Zoe right now, the RE7 DLC where I punch alligators.
There
So
we go.
audible.
Yeah, I
if you
wanna
saw
see
Beautiful
that.
Joe on the thing, I still want to play Beautiful Joe 2 at some point, but this seems timely.
You know what? You know what, Dan? I think you've earned both.
Thank you. You know what? I got some tough stuff ahead. I got to play a bad game, Jay, for an indeterminate amount of time. So let me have some fun beforehand.
Do you realize that the lightning round started in November?
Jesus Christ.
Well, you were supposed to finish it quicker. Mike. The guy on YouTube finished it in 40 minutes. Let me just ask you this, Mike. My lightning round game, do you suspect it will be an actual lightning round?
Well, according to the same metrics you used, yes, for your research.
And also Grub's research.
Wow.
What? Oh, Grub's
Also Grub.
Oh, yeah, it's Grub on the line too. Is that it? No, Grub did what he did for you. He told me I had this one. He took the back seat.
All right.
Tomorrow,
Yes.
can I tease the stream?
You don't gotta tease it. Just say it.
Here's the real life truth, folks. We're finally doing it. The crazy bastards are doing it. Abby, Russell, and myself will be doing a co-op keyboard build stream. I'm actually going to rebuild one of my own personal keyboards, and Abby is going to build her own brand spanking new keyboard that was gifted to us by the fine folks at Kinetic Labs. A wonderful New Jersey-based keyboard online retailer, and we actually are going to have like an affiliate code you could use to help support Giant Bomb. You just use the code JERF. We'll put that on screen tomorrow as well. But that'll be 5:30 Eastern time Wednesday. We are going to build some keyboards, and it's going to hopefully be all the ASMR dreams and delights that you possibly could want out of a stream. So that'll be a lot of fun. Be fun to hang out with Abby tomorrow. And Jen, you'll be there too.
Yes, I'll be there as well. New episode of Nine Lives after this.
While we're teasing things, is it time to tease what we're going to be up to next week? Fun little thing we got going on.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
A week from yesterday, right?
We got so many things going up. Mikey, tell the folks at home.
Yes. Our friends at Lego Party actually want us to check out some new stuff coming to that game. And they specifically wanted us to check it out in a couch multiplayer gaming
competitive
capacity.
Yes.
So
Love it.
Jeff's going to be coming up to my place, of course, but I've also have recruited the other Minotti brothers to help fill out that match. So yeah, we're going to be checking out new stuff for Lego Party. I think we're going to have some an opportunity to give away the game as
Yes.
well.
A handful of codes for new subscribers. That'll be a lovely event next Monday. Thank you, Mike.
I'm excited. I love Lego Party, so I'm excited to play some more of it and show my brothers what's up. I can't wait to see my older brother's reaction video to losing to me at Lego Party.
Okay, all right.
He's really finding every opportunity here, folks, isn't he?
For premium folks, we also have Marry Me Tomodachi coming up on this Thursday as well. Voicemail dump truck before that. UPF this Friday. And the boys are going to go try and get some titters in the bank. I mean, this is the run. Who wants to be a millionaire? Come on, that's what we start calling it internally.
No, we did not.
Right, I got it. Titters. Yes,
If
titters.
I can't have launch look, you can't have
acronym.
titters.
It's the
Titter's better
acronym,
than
folks.
launch look.
No, it's not.
The acronym.
Yes, it is.
This is the run. Is titter.
Why is
right?
launch look bad?
It's a bad
Why
name
do
for a
people
thing.
Like it? Why do people like it? It's
Because it
alliteration.
sucks, Mike.
It's descriptive and it echoes our other brand. I don't get why it wasn't a home run. And to be clear, I did not name that launch look. That All right, I think Jan did because he agrees with me, or wants to appease me, which
Jan,
are
we
both
can't
good
just be
things to
appeasing
do.
Mikey, and this is a
No,
bad idea.
I
I
think
think
someone
it's
changed
fine.
the stream. I didn't do that.
You didn't do it. Wait, who named it Launch Look?
I don't know. Maybe it was Chuck.
Launch look?
Chuck?
Me and Grub are staunchly anti-launch look. It wouldn't have been us.
I think
Launch look kind of makes more sense though.
No,
I
it sounds
agree.
bad
It's a
though.
good
It sounds shitty.
How
Don't
does
be
it
on the
sound
wrong side of history with this,
Launch
Bacalar.
Look. Why is it so bad?
But also, I think long look is just funnier.
Long look is
It's
funnier.
not-
It
I want
sounds
to be
better.
clear. It's not funny. We can call it that, but no one's laughing.
Someone
Yeah,
said
no one's
first
like
look.
chuckling. Yeah.
Someone said first look today. The first look's better than everything is better than launch
We
look.
can't do because the people like Launch Look is too much like Quick Look, which it's supposed to be. They're very similar things, but you can't call it
That's
First
not the
Look.
problem
It's
with
even
it.
more like Look.
Yeah.
Apparently that's a problem.
Long
The
look
problem
is
isn't that it sounds
funny.
like quick look.
Long
Get
look
their
is
spark.
funny because it's actually a longer look at the game.
It's more descriptive. It's more
you guys
accurate.
but you guys just did an hour-long look at that WWE thing.
Yeah,
But that
and
was a
that's
quick
been
look.
the joke with a quick look for this whole
Classic
time.
quick look.
Yeah.
Do you think
Yeah.
you could name a restaurant Titters though?
Yeah,
Nah, well,
I would.
There's
If it was
Twin
spelled
Peaks.
that way, you can
Yeah.
do Fuddruckers.
Yeah.
I
Well,
miss-
not anymore.
oh,
You
God,
can't.
I miss Fuddruckers.
Like you'd be like, oh, that's not a Margaritaville anymore. It's a Titters now.
That's sad.
But
You know
anyways,
Hooters. How far is it from Hooters?
exactly. Well, since Jeff Grubb is still out on assignment over here in San Francisco at GDC, we may call in our own special lifeline for This Is the Run. And it'll be a
Yep.
great time. It'll be a very,
Titters.
very grand time. Titter. Also, gang, we said at the top of the show we are going to be at PAX East, but that is not the only thing happening with PAX East. We're giving away 2 pairs of 2 tickets between now and then. And if you're a premium subscriber, we got a code for 15% off of your PAX East cart. It can't be applied to codes or stuff that's already been bought, but that code will be posted in the behind the scenes channel on the premium section of the Discord. Boys, I think that's it. I think we got to get on out of here.
All right.
Mhm.
All right.
Hey, was your the character you made be Buster Scruggs? Was that what it was?
No, that's a Netflix Coen Brothers movie. It was a super smooth Scoop Dunbar.
That's right.
How did I get Buster Scruggs and Scoop
That's a good
Dunbar
question.
mixed?
Oh, we had another super chat come in from C. Brahma. Snack money for the Lego party. Thank you.
C.
Thank
Brahma.
you, folks. That does it for the Giant Bombcast. He's been Jeff. He's been Dan. He's been Mike. I've been Jen. We'll see you next week for another episode. We love you. Goodbye.